This is the Troll Patrol, live with JustinFREAKIN.
Welcome to the Troll Patrol Live. It's a freaking Wednesday. Meat Cakes, DJ Dub, Warlord, Holiday. Good evening, Prince. Holiday, I did tell you that you look mighty dapper in your new, I don't even know if it's new. I just saw it for the first time the other day. Your profile pic, your avatar on the Twitch. Dapper. Very handsome. I don't know when you changed. It's newish. Yeah. I just noticed it the other day. Welcome in, friends. Meat Cakes. Yes, that call from last night is quite possibly the craziest phone call I have ever taken. And this goes back to like me taking phone calls when I worked at a radio station back in the 2000s. This is my 30-year career in broadcasting, almost 30-year career in broadcasting. I have never had an encounter like the one we had last night. I asked a dude what he did for fun, and he told me he was dying of heart failure. Ray, welcome in. The supercut. If you've not seen the supercut I put together, we're gonna watch Ilhan Omar. She's getting ready to speak here momentarily. And we're gonna take that live whenever they go live. They still haven't gone live yet. But if you didn't see the supercut of the guy from last night, I made it for like a TikTok kind of deal, you know? Put it up on the YouTube shorts and stuff. And also, do go watch my shorts, even if you saw the live version, because I might snazzy them up a bit with some graphics. This is a piece of the call from last night, so you get a taste of what happened. Ah, god damn it. Stupid audio. I think that's the one. No, god damn it. These audio issues are ever since OBS did an update. Like I have to do each individual source. Like that was Windows Media Player. I never use it for anything. So it makes me like go in, so like Windows Media Player, yada yada yada. I'll just go to fucking YouTube. Yeah, why not? I get more views that way. What do you do for phone? Oh, if you wanna call in here in a little bit, I'll open the phone lines up. We're getting ready to watch Ilhan Omar momentarily.
Fired.
You're on a roll. What am I lying about? Please go on. Preach it, brother.
Everything. Everything I've said, you commented on or have an opinion on that you're completely wrong. Oh, and that guy that found all that fraud, that little young dude, that's one of the smartest people on this planet. Charlie Kirk is one of the greatest individuals that ever lived on this planet, and he's been brushed aside like he's trash. I think there's a bunch of other people like Shaq. He's an awesome motherfucker.
We should replace Martin Luther King Day with Shaq Day.
Hey, that's fine. Whatever you want to make jokes about. ICE is one of the best things America has, because America is the greatest country on the earth, and people want to downgrade it and beat up people with flags on their hoodies. No, this is America.
Fuck yeah, America. Fuck yeah, brother. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, fuck yeah.
There's a woman and there's a man. There's Texas. And if you're so stupid that you think you can go get your thing cut off and be a woman, hey, go cut it off. Then there's that much less stupid people in the world, because you can't appropriate.
You're on a roll. What am I lying about? Please, go on. Ilhan Omar is set to speak any moment now. We watched her get attacked live last night during the town hall. Oh yes, the dude. What do I like to do for fun? Me, I'm dying. I think you're right, DJ Dub. I think that is what he was talking about. Chippo, welcome in. Ouch. So glad to have you. We're going to be taking Ilhan Omar. She's going to be speaking. If you guys, I didn't show you the opposite, the flip side of the view last night. This woman went after her own attacker. She was going to punch him in the face. It's fucking amazing. And I love that, like, Ryan Grimm is owning people on Twitter. If you don't think this is the most Ilhan Omar thing ever, to go after her own attacker, you don't know Ilhan Omar. And these people don't know Ilhan Omar. That's the thing. She's such a fucking badass. Let me pull up the flip side. And the dude ended up being like a hardcore Trump supporter. They're trying to act like it was staged. And he was a lefty, because I've seen all kinds of fake pictures. Nope. Apparently he got divorced and then went on a fucking spiral. Here's the flip side of what we watched last night, because we were watching the C-SPAN version. So watch her go after this dude.
Must resign or face impeachment.
Apparently it was a brown liquid. I don't think we have any indication of what it was. She was gonna swing. That is how badass this woman is.
Must resign or face impeachment.
That's apparently what Curiouser just came in and said. I had not seen that. That's odd. Apple cider vinegar.
I need a napkin to know nothing.
That's weird that they would say it stinks then. Because, like, I would think that that woman knows what apple cider vinegar smells like.
We will continue. These fucking assholes are not going to get away with it. That's whatever it is smells so bad. She needs to go get checked. I don't know. That's what they want. It's not about him, Ilhan.
Okay, so
I know exactly what it smells like.
Must resign or face impeachment.
I mean, it is a pungent smell.
I don't know.
Anybody saying that this is a setup is fucked in the head. And that's wild to me. It's projection on right-wingers' parts. It's because that's what they would do.
We will continue. These fucking assholes are not going to get away with it.
Can you imagine saying that? Casual tactician. Like, what is wrong with you? How do you know how she smells? You probably don't wash your ass, dude. Like, come on.
okay,
And PHS Secretary Christine must resign or face impeachment.
And what do you think she is going to be going to prison for? Right-wingers are wild. Like, I seriously do not get it. What in the world would she be going to prison for? Yeah, you think there's something wrong with her because she's brown, I guess? Stick around. We're going to listen to Ilhan Omar talk because she's a badass. But I take calls. Okay, you said fraud. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Because he has been literally convicted of fraud. Right-wingers fucking kill me. 30 million in 2 years. You're talking about her net worth. She married a guy worth like 25 million. You guys are so fucking stupid. And like, I've seen the media you consume. They're like, oh, how did her personal net worth shoot up when she only makes 170 blah blah blah? And they don't tell you she married a guy worth that. Like, you let right-wing propaganda brainwash you. Stop it. Tim Reynolds, do you have any evidence that she is a thief? I always love it when somebody says you're an idiot and misspells your. It's fucking hilarious. No, she did not marry her brother. You just believed a racist conspiracy theory. Because you people are stupid. I don't know what to tell you. Like, stop listening to right-wing grifters on Facebook and Rumble and all of these social media sites. They're just wanting to get you wound up for clicks and views. I actually have talent, and I make fun of people, and we have a lot of fun. So I want you to watch me and laugh at stupid people and stop getting your information from stupid people. Yeah, I love that Torchy. She didn't marry her brother, but Rudy Giuliani literally married his cousin.
Do you think we're stupid? You think we're fools?
It's always projection with right-wingers. Always projection. We're waiting for Fox 9 in Minneapolis to go live. We're going to watch Ilhan Omar speak momentarily. You're laughing at me right now? I don't know for what. Quick Match Queen. We've gone past trying to speak civilly to right-wingers. They will just double down on stupid. Seriously. Like, all you guys do is just throw out fucking bullshit. Disciple, I don't watch CNN. You can find out what I watch, because we watch the news right here. And as you'll see, by us taking Ilhan Omar live, we were watching Ilhan Omar live last night, just after we watched the Illinois Democratic Senate primary debate. I like primary sources. I like getting information from the horse's mouth. I don't let grifters on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Rumble tell me what to think like right-wingers do. How do you know she didn't? How do you know she did, motherfucker? You're the one making the claim. That's how claims work. Who is in the streets rioting? Right-wingers. There's been like zero riots. All of the violence over this past year has come from federal agents. I can prove that. Constantly have federal agents violating the Constitution. You guys cheer it on. It's insane. Matt with 2 T's has a life to get back to. Cheers. Much fun. Feel free to bring facts. It's a violent riot. Am I blind? I have seen nothing but violence coming from federal agents. You're a wacky dudes are pathetic. People laugh at you. Thank you, Nick. You're a wacky dudes are pathetic. People laugh at you. Lefties only rioting. All data says that the right-wingers are the ones committing the vast majority of violence in this country. Beta, cuck, simp channel. I am the alpha male around here. I kick authority in the balls.
Authority in the balls.
That's why Matt Walsh once called me a formidable voice in the culture.
JustinFREAKIN is a formidable voice in the culture.
Janine, thank you. I try to be funny. Try Vagisil. T-Nil, or do you have a yeast infection? Do you know from experience that Vagisil works? Tim Reynolds says, gonna be great when she gets deported. Tampon Tim is not looking so hot too. Everyone's driving by his house yelling retard. It's hilarious. That's basically what you guys are. You're just yelling retard at people while looking like the dumbest fucks walking the planet. That's all you've got. Calling people Tampon Tim and being racist towards the brown woman. I don't know what to tell you. McKenzoid. I cheer on America, yes. We are taking it back from illegals and winning. How does it feel? Taking what back? I'm gonna fucking shatter your world here. Biden deported more people than Trump. So did Obama and Clinton. Democrats are actually better at deporting people than Trump. Trump's really shitty at it, to be honest with you. But he wants to make a show of it. It's a testing ground for his authoritarian rule. He wants to have a police state where we all bow down to him. He doesn't want to leave office. We all see it coming. We're not dumb, but apparently you guys are, or you cheer on the boot. You want a dictator. You want to make Trump your daddy and have him be in power for the rest of his life. I don't personally want that. I like America. I like our Constitution. I wish you fucks would follow it. We're waiting for Ilhan Omar to speak here momentarily. Oh. I guess they took their feed down. I don't think C-SPAN was showing Trump from earlier today. And they are live on C-SPAN 2. They're live on the Senate floor. This is Senator Maria Cantwell. And I'm going to see if I can find us this Ilhan Omar press conference.
Loses their life because of this overreach of power, because we're not investigating, we're not protecting these civil liberties, and we're not understanding that we have an administration that is diminishing the very agency whose roles and responsibilities are to oversee this. So I want to know, do my colleagues believe in this? Do they believe in this role or responsibility, or do they not? Because I can tell you that's the only way we're going to move forward in the information age. The information age has laid this.
Oh, sorry. Muted. Yeah, I can't wait till we take some calls here in a little bit. YouTube chat is wild. This is a structure fire in El Monte. This is significant shit.
You're coming to us at 1:30?
Eccentric platypus secretions. I love your name and welcome in.
I was... Okay, cool.
Forklift, I know you've at least heard me say a gazillion times, because you've been here. Her net worth increased because she married somebody worth that much. It's not a fucking secret. Okay, I think I found the feed for the press conference. Ilhan Omar set to give. What's a lie, my friend? If you're commenting and you're trying to tell me something, you have to like restate your proposition because there's a lot of comments. I don't know exactly what you're referring to. So please, if you think something is a lie, tell me what you think is a lie and the information that proves it's a lie. Tim, nobody put tampons in bathrooms. Somali pirates didn't steal from people with autism. You let a kid with autism lie to you for YouTube fame. Please wake the fuck up. Stop letting them play you. I have no idea what Muslims can and cannot do. I do not give a shit. Religion is stupid. And I'm assuming just like Christians, there's different sects that have all different variations of their rules. Just like Jews. Some Jews don't keep kosher. Some Muslims don't keep haram. Like Jesus Christ, learn something. When did I ever say I put men in women's sports? Why are you guys obsessed with gender? Like, I think a lot of right-wing positions just come from projection. Like, you have issues with your own gender. You know you don't fulfill a role as this strong man that you think a man should be. So, you take your personal feelings out on everyone else. I love how some dude in the chat is like, Muslims can't blah 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 alcohol, after I just explained, like, I'm sure Muslims are exactly like Christians and Jews and have all sorts of different sects that have different rules they adhere to. You know, some Catholics don't eat meat, but will eat fish on Friday, that kind of fucking deal. Some Catholics don't give a shit. Some Jews keep kosher and some Jews don't. Like Jesus. I said haram earlier, you dumb fuck. I said some Jews don't keep kosher. Some Muslims don't keep haram. Literally, go rewind it. You're on YouTube. Fuck. Call me a dumb fuck. Code Rapper, I don't even know what you're talking about. Howdy Cave. I protested Obama's immigration policy back then. All of you right-wingers seem to agree that Obama was better at deporting people than Trump. So I don't know, you guys are Obama supporters now? Kim, you're a paid activist? I love the word bastard. Prove that I'm a dumb fuck. Go for it. Ann, welcome in. It's sad the leftists feel the need to sow chaos every time they don't get their way. How are leftists sowing chaos? So the federal government, Trump, sends masked agents into a city, and somehow that is the left sowing chaos. There's going to be a big issue for Joe Biden and the Democratic Party.
Come on, man.
Promethean Rebellion, welcome in. Funny these morons pretend to care about the Constitution, but yet wants to elect a dumb fuck for a third term, indeed. That is violating citizens' Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights every fucking day. Right, y'all, right? Like, every time someone you don't like gets elected, y'all are anti-democracy. And I don't know what riot you have seen go on in this country. I don't. And you're going to say, like, oh, BLM burnt cities down in 2020. And then I'm going to tell you that No, the Boogaloo Boys burnt down the Minneapolis police precinct in 2020. They were prosecuted and convicted for it, and I don't know what riot you're talking about. If you think I'm a weak, pathetic man, there's something wrong with you, because look at this beard, listen to this voice, look at all this chest hair. More testosterone running through these veins than the rest of the fucking chat combined. Come the fuck on. Give myself a titty slap.
A titty slap! Give me those titties,
Come on now.
I look like walking hepatitis, you say. Let's see what you look like, Bob. You want to drop a picture in our Discord? Kenneth, did you say Keir Starmer flew to China? He flew to China for a Chinese takeaway? What's wrong with a succulent Chinese meal? Man can't enjoy a succulent Chinese meal? Well, what makes you a man then? You can smell my pussy from here. Cary Grant was gay. Frosty Rock, I appreciate it. No, I thrive off of these motherfuckers. I love this shit. I love having dumbasses in the my Twitch chat would love to go over to YouTube and start banning people left and right, and they know I don't want them to. Code Rapper, you've got some weird fantasies. Please stop. It's creepy. Parkourus, welcome in. Keep your lie spelled wrong. Justine, spelled wrong. I know you just can't wait for the weekend so you can put your dress back on. I mean, if you want me to wear a dress right now, I can do it. I'll get curious or bring one in here. Would it trigger the chat if I put a dress on? Shit, she's already opened the door. She's ready. Oh my god. She's like, yes, I got a dress for you. I mean, I don't care. What kind of weak beta is a man enough to put on a fucking dress on stream? That's like, it takes a man to wear a dress. Bad Bunny wearing a dress to the Super Bowl next week? Fuck yeah. Bigger man than any of you. I start throwing out some subs and some super chats. I'll put on a dress. Oh, my lord, I don't have it set up to where the people in vertical can see the Media Winch video. I don't think. Did I? I might have. Hold on. Go ahead. Oh, I did. Tip one back. It's all right to have a little fun before you hit the sack. I'm JustinFREAKIN.
All we're establishing is this guy's wicked sick aesthetic.
Not high enough for this shit.
I guess I gotta thank Matt Walsh for introducing me to JustinFREAKIN.
Hey there, y'all. We're about to get stupid, locked into what that news be doing. Fu Manchu and a slick bandana, colder than ice, smoother than Santana. Audio, video, chat and calls. Right-wing nut jobs haunt the halls. What you wanna watch? Hey, what you think? And there's only one choice. It's JustinFREAKIN.
The guy's, he's a formidable voice in the culture.
Light one up and tip one back. It's a right to be high. Let's grab a snack. It's fucking news, quick panic attack, and play your cards right and get a titty slap. Jump in Discords, have some fun. The man will talk to everyone. Get high and try to debate. When shit pops off, chat thinks it's great. What do you think you're doing? to the throne.
So let's go ahead and bring in Justin. Hey, Justin, how's it going, brother?
First of all, I want to say you're poser South. I'm in Alabama. I'm the real South.
Okay, all right. So why don't you tell us what it takes to be a man?
Well, I don't know. I'm in Alabama and I'll fuck a man in a dress. Why won't you fuck a man in a dress? Are you that insecure that you won't fuck a man in a dress?
That's fantastic. So you're okay with that, right?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Good.
Right-wingers are morons.
Like one it and hit one back on one more clip. Before we hit the set an alert when that shit goes live. Social fucking support and hit subscribe. Light one up and take a hit. He does no harm, but it takes no shit. He's the last one standing when the ship is sinking. Let's take another rip for JustinFREAKIN.
Light one up, tip one back. I'm JustinFREAKIN.
Not high enough for this shit.
You heard the lady. Light one up, tip one back. Forklift, why are you so obsessed with tampons? Like, with all this shit going on in the world, why is tampons the thing you're thinking about constantly? It just doesn't make sense to me. It seems we might have lost their feed. You make a good point, clinically. Thank you, Ouch. The media winch did that. She's a regular around here. She's amazing. This is Ilhan Omar speaking after the attack last night.
Thank you all for joining us here today. I wanted to hold this press conference at Carmel Mall to highlight our incredible Somali businesses housed here. We have an extraordinary entrepreneurs who have built amazing businesses.
Oh, she's not even addressing the attack.
Carmel holds a special place in my heart, and I look forward.
She's using the publicity to uplift her community. She is amazing.
One of the places I recommend to visitors who come into our town because it showcases our vibrant Somali community. Carmel Mall is home to more than 100 small businesses, and the owners here have seen a significant decline in business since Trump's Operation Metro Surge began. Community members are afraid to go out as a result of the occupation in our city by ICE. Not only is the federal occupation hurting businesses, the president's reprehensible rhetoric has led right-wing grifters to show up here to terrorize our community. It is indefensible. Hurting small businesses is just the tip of the iceberg. Under the Trump administration's so-called Operation Metro Surge, constitutional rights are being trampled, families are being ripped apart, and fear is being weaponized to try to beat us into submission. Federal immigration agents are terrorizing our neighbors, stopping people of color, demanding papers, detaining U.S. citizens, and brutalizing Minnesotans in the name of public safety. But we know this is not about public safety or immigration enforcement. It is state-sanctioned violence and political retribution. What is unfolding in our state is not accidental. It is part of a coordinated effort to target Black and brown immigrant and Muslim communities through fear, racial profiling, and intimidation. This administration's immigration agenda is not about law enforcement. It is about making people feel they do not belong regardless of their citizen status or the law. But our communities shall not and will not be intimidated. In the face of violence, Minnesotans have organized, protected one another, and showed love instead of fear. Two incredible Minnesotans, Renee Good and Alex Preddy, were murdered for their willingness to stand up and protect their neighbors. Now our community is reeling.
We have new video of Preddy, which just makes him look like more of a badass.
Avoidable. No immigration enforcement agent should ever be allowed to act as a judge, jury, and executioner on our streets. That's right. We will continue to demand real accountability. I am grateful to my colleagues who have shown immense moral clarity in this moment. I will end with this. We must all do more. Everyone here understands that. Voting no on DHS funding bill is the bare minimum. Backing the resolution to impeach Kristi Noem is the bare minimum. Holding law-breaking ICE agents legally accountable is the bare minimum. We must abolish ICE. This moment demands it. And next, I want to introduce my dear friend and colleague, Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley.
Thank you, Ilhan. Earlier today, we visited the sacred space where Alex Preddy was executed in broad daylight. An unarmed citizen whose last words were, "Don't hurt her." One of the many tributes that was at that memorial invoked a scripture that I love as a woman of faith, and it's Isaiah chapter 1, verse 17. Do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed. And that is what brings me here today. Do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed. I'm here as a sister in solidarity with Congresswoman Omar. I'm so grateful for her courageous and steadfast leadership. I'm here in solidarity with Movement Family, who I have been here many times shoulder to shoulder doing justice work alongside. I am here to bear witness. I'm here to listen. And I'm here to help people process their grief and their trauma. You know, we all understand that elections have consequences. But for the life of me, what I cannot understand is that when someone has a House, a Senate majority, has the White House, and accomplices in the Supreme Court, why, when you have all of that power, you would use it to enact harm on every person who calls this country home? We have an occupant in the Oval Office who traffics in hate, is hell-bent on inflicting hurt and harm and trauma on everyone who calls this country home, with a laser focus on our most vulnerable. He has governed with malice and used ICE agents to terrorize our cities, rip families apart, operating with impunity. Rogue masked agents who violate people's rights in the name of so-called law and order. Yet they detain, deport, and kill our neighbors in cold blood without due process. To be clear, none of it has kept anyone safe because it has nothing to do with public safety. Not in Minnesota, not in Massachusetts. It has everything to do with power, with control, with intimidation and oppression. Earlier today, I met immigrants who make this country great, who make this state great, who fled authoritarian regimes in Colombia, Venezuela, Syria, and Nicaragua. They came here for a better life and to make positive contributions.
Libertad, I see you, my friend. Good evening.
And they are so traumatized to be seeing in real time the very authoritarian, fascist, and cruel actions that they fled showing up here in Minnesota and in this country. All this has done is traumatize children, delay cancer patients' chemotherapy, devastate small businesses, and leave beloved community members like Renee Good and Alex Preddy dead on our streets. The last time I was here at Carmel Mall, we broke bread together amongst bustling shoppers. It was vibrant, and we laughed over sambusas and drank Somali tea together. Today, it is quiet. Oh. Today, it is quiet. It is quiet because of fear. When we were at Midtown Global Market earlier today, what is it, Lakeside? We learned that Lakeside, Lake Street, home to some 2,000 businesses, majority of which are owned by immigrants, that they are losing $30 million a month. Those are the sort of contributions that immigrants have been making to this economy. I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah, I think they're having some audio issues there. It's not our feed.
That's okay. So the point is, this is devastating families and devastating the economy here. That's why we're here today, to stand in community, to choose community over chaos and cruelty. We're here because although there could never be justice, because true justice would mean that Renee Good and Alex Preddy and Keith Porter would still be alive. I'm not sure, guys, what to do here. But there must be accountability.
Don't use the mic.
Don't use the mic.
Okay.
Talk without the mic.
Listen, I'm the granddaughter of a Baptist preacher. I have no problem projecting. Can you all hear me? Okay. Okay, so if you want to have church, we will have church. And I mean real church. Not people who speak with a mouthful of scriptures, but walk with a heart full of hate. You know, it has been incredible to be here in community today with people who are every day choosing community over chaos and over cruelty. People who are fighting in defense of the true values of this country and in defense of our neighbors. This moment requires accountability. This week, the Senate will take up legislation to fund the Department of Homeland Security, which includes an additional $28 billion for ICE. We are calling on all senators, Democrat and Republican, to vote no, because Congress should not be funding this campaign of terror. And we can't stop there. The agents who brutalized and executed our neighbors cannot walk away freely. They must be held accountable for their crimes. That means passing my bill to end qualified immunity for federal law enforcement, including ICE agents. And it means impeaching Kristi Noem, who is as incompetent as she is dangerous. She is a dangerous cocktail of authority, bigotry, and incompetence, and she must be impeached. We need to abolish ICE and dismantle the
Bye-bye, Bob.
that have gotten us to this point. So again, I thank my sister in service for her courageous leadership, for the invitation to return to Minnesota once again, to stand shoulder to shoulder with my movement family, to do right, to seek justice, and to defend the oppressed. Finally, I will say this. Donald Trump is a dictator.
You can get Michael too. He meant monkey. He's just too stupid to spell it right.
To beat a dictator is with defiance. I thank the people of Minnesota for your defiance in this moment, and I'm here as your sister in solidarity.
Thank you so much, Ayanna Presley. The Congresswoman, as she said, has visited Minnesota multiple times, whether it was coming with the Congressional Black Caucus to see the opportunities that exist here in Minnesota.
With the Black Cock.
Whether it was to come and to protect our beautiful Mississippi River and stand with the Native American community, and now being here to make sure that she's standing in solidarity with us. Next, I want to call on Minnesota State Senator Omar Fateh, who represents this district.
No. Don't use it? Okay. Testing, is this good?
No.
Nothing.
The mic should pick you up on.
Testing.
Get it out.
You're fine. I tried. Thank you, members of the public, members of Congress, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and Congresswoman Presley, and local leaders for joining us here today. As an elected of this local neighborhood in the Senate, I think we all know what's happening here is harmful and unacceptable. We can all see and call out the brutality that ICE agents, when we see it on the streets and on camera. But here's what's also brutal. Closed shops and quiet hallways here in the Carmel Mall. That means small business owners and workers losing out, missing the money that keeps them in business and their bills paid here and in their homes. One of the freedoms Americans value is the freedom of fear, freedom from fear. And it is the fear of harassment, unlawful arrest and abuse that's keeping Minnesotans in their homes right now. We need ICE, Border Patrol, and unwelcome federal agents to leave our state and to go back to where they belong. And that's testifying in front of Congress about what they've done here and who sent them. And they should be charged for their abuse of power.
Yes.
District 62 has been a lot, and that's the district that I represent. It's been through the death of George Floyd, the murder of George Floyd, the recovery from being one of the hardest hit districts from COVID-19 pandemic. It's the district in which both Renee Good and Alex Pretty has been murdered.
I love how somebody says no free speech in this chat as they are continually allowed to say whatever the fuck they want.
Our neighbors have stood up. Our neighborhoods have formed response groups. They've taken to the streets to peacefully observe and to fight back peacefully. And what we've seen time and time again is that we have the full force of the federal government putting its weight on our state and on our city. $170+ billion in this operation in a time in which they've been gutting healthcare, in a time in which they're saying there's no money to support our folks struggling with housing or our small businesses, but they have the money to...
It's $100 billion in fraud in Minnesota.
...arrest and detain not only our immigrants, but U.S. citizens unlawfully. And so we've seen these racist tactics from our federal government in the past.
Oh yeah, well what about the $2 trillion in fraud they found in Minnesota?
Before I was born in 1963 to Montana. He immigrated here the same year as the racist statement from George Wallace in which he said, segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. And now we're seeing that same racist tactics, it seems like coming full circle from our federal government. But we are stronger than that. And instead of our federal government wanting to make an example out of Minnesota, instead we have set an example for the nation. we've set the example of how to fight back and how to push back. And so right now, what we're calling for our congressional members and our leaders to do is that, number one, do not fund the DHS bill, to impeach Kristi Noem, to abolish ICE, and for our governor to enact a moratorium on evictions. And so with that, I want to thank you all, and I'll pass it off to my sister, Representative Aisha Gomez.
Good evening. My name is Aisha Gomez. I serve as the state representative for District 62A. We're in District 62A now, and as
dumbest
Senator
fucks
Fata
walking the
pointed out,
planet.
we both represent the area where,
You think
where
we're stupid?
Renee Good
You
was
think we're
murdered
fools?
and where Alex Preddy was murdered. Today is day 58 of the invasion of our city and our state by masked secret police acting on behalf of a totalitarian, authoritarian regime on the march. Yesterday, 22 neighbors were charged by complaint in federal court with resisting or impeding ICE. This morning, more than a dozen of them turned themselves in, had a hearing, and are now released. Attorney General Bondi tweeted out their names and photographs of them.
19 billion in fraud. Didn't you hear? It's 200 billion in
Vile
fraud. It's a
right-wing
trillion in
harassment
fraud.
Of these neighbors.
It's infinity fraud.
We know what this is. This is an attempt by an administration that is losing the narrative war to smear our neighbors who are engaged in constitutionally protected activities and to intimidate the 100,000 plus Minnesotans who have showed up in negative 20-degree weather, who are showing up to defend their communities who are being disappeared off the streets of our state, and who are...
I hate to cut away from this, but I want to address something. Code rapper that you said. I've got it pulled up over here. How do you Democrats, and then he hit the all caps, normal capitalization, how do you Democrats, and then hit the all caps, not comprehend these motherfuckers are using us and using you to benefit foreign lands, and it's fucking breaking my heart. The fact that it breaks your heart, that your heart is broken over a lie that you believe, is absurd to me, my friend. Who do you think is using us to benefit foreign lands? Like, Jared Kushner is doing billion-dollar deals with the Saudis and shit. That's who's using us to benefit foreign lands. Trump is enriching himself. Trump literally, all the people bitching about fraud in my chat, Trump literally convicted of fraud, can't run a goddamn charity because he stole from like a kids charity and a veterans charity. And you guys preach to us. And when you're talking about fraud in Minnesota, you're talking about a case that was prosecuted a couple years ago already. Let me show you that the Biden Justice Department indicted the white woman in 2022. And it wasn't 2 billion or 200 billion or whatever you guys are saying. I have the documents right here. This is straight from the U.S. Attorney's Office. U.S. attorneys announced federal charges against 47 defendants and $250 million. That's the number, $250 million. It keeps getting inflated by you guys. 2 billion, 200 billion, a trillion, infinity. It was $250 million. The Biden Justice Department indicted Amy Bach. Amy Bach was her name. Prosecutors alleged that she was the ringleader. I will show you a picture of her. I have it right here. And I keep having to do this over and over and over again. Like, you guys just don't. You don't do your own research. Amy Bach convicted on 7 counts. She's now trying to get out of it. I won't doubt that Trump pardons her, because Trump has pardoned a shit ton of people that have committed billions in fraud. Go look that up. Go look up Trump pardons of people who committed fraud. And that crypto dude committed like a couple $100 million in fraud himself. I'll give you guys a chance. Do you want to call in? Would you like to talk to me? I will turn the phones on. The number is 917-830-4359. You can give me a call. I would love to talk to you. Explain your point of view to me. He tried to call back last night, Meatcakes. 258 billion kajillion. Yeah, DJ Dub. They should look into the transcripts from the court cases. You guys should know about what you should be informed on topics before you run your mouth. That's a big problem in this country right now. And if I can preach the word of anything, it's that we shouldn't talk about shit that we don't know about. And I think, like, it's amazing the pushback that I've got on that from when, like, I proposed that to callers. They're like, what do you mean I shouldn't have opinions on things that I know absolutely nothing about? It's odd to me, but I think if we all take a step back, like, we're not lawyers. We don't know what we're talking. So let's not listen to YouTubers with learning disabilities that took their mom to prom and tried to get views and clicks off of it. Let's not listen to them about what we should get upset about. That makes us kind of stupid. Okay, so can we all take a step back? Can anybody in the chat disagree with that? That we shouldn't talk about things that we don't know about? Jay's Baseball, welcome in, my friend. I'm glad to have you here. Bolt. What's my beliefs? I believe in whatever allows me to piss in Dan Crenshaw's eye pussy. I asked the guy last night if he liked wrestling, and he did not. I don't know. Is it AJ's last? I think they're pulling a fake out, and it's not going to be AJ's last match, but that means Gunther's going to lose, and I don't like that. I want Gunther to just steamroll everybody because I love Gunther. That, Dylan, you are absolutely correct. We need to get into those Epstein finances. The pedophilia should be enough to piss you off, but, like, we gotta find out where he made his money, who all he was connected to. Israel. Ooh, meat cakes, but I don't think he'd want to do that. Like, that's like that's like a demotion. And I don't know that he has that kind of connection to TNA. But who knows? Maybe they've worked out some kind of deal with him. And he's gonna he'll do the indies, he'll go down to Mexico and shit, maybe. Let's go back to that press conference since nobody wants to man up and call in.
From us. In this moment, thousands of families in the Twin Cities and across our state are sheltering at home because the choice in front of them is whether they're going to lose their life or they're going to lose their home come Sunday, February 1st. There are two things every single person can do right now. First, you can organize. if you don't live in Minneapolis, if you are not under occupation right now, people like Tom Homan and Kristi Noem are not going to stop here. They may be coming to your city next. You need to get organized, get to know your neighbors, figure out how you are going to keep families together. This is the most important task in front of us right now. The second thing every person can do is join Southsiders in calling our governor, Tim Walz, former vice presidential candidate, to enact an eviction moratorium right now to help keep families together, help keep families in their homes. I'm really grateful to Congresswoman Omar.
Yeah, sorry, Big Cakes. I want to get back to doing wrestling,
rein
though.
in this out-of-control, murderous regime.
Rob Bass, what are you talking
And
about?
I want to thank all of you.
Minnesota is one of the best run states. It ranks high for education. It's like, what fifth, sixth, something?
Aisha.
Uh-oh.
And with that, we will take a few questions.
Yeah, sorry, Big Cakes. I want to get back to doing wrestling now.
In this out-of-control, murderous regime.
Rob Bass, what are you talking about? Hold on, I've got a version of myself up somewhere. State. It's not muted.
Well, I think my presence here should tell you that the fear and...
Oh no, I lost him. You can call back. Please call back. I had too much audio coming at me. I've been snorting a lot lately. I don't think it's becoming of me. I need to break that habit. But it was funny in the video from last night because I put it in the captions. Snort. You want me to do a song and dance for you clinically? The Micro Wrestling Federation. I haven't had a chance to see them in years. Seriously, I saw them like maybe the early 2000s or mid 2000s, or a Micro Wrestling Federation, whichever one of the minis. I'm a wrestling fan, just not a WWE fan. Not just a WWE fan. Okay. Caller, you're on the Troll Patrol. What's going on?
What up, man? Hey, as soon as I saw your points about where the money's going, I wanted to call you, man. Call in. How are you doing this evening, brother?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Not bad, man. This is like my first time seeing your YouTube show, whatever. I'm an independent voter, so I did vote for Trump, but
you voted for Trump in 2024?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it was the first time voting. I'm 31.
Okay, interesting. So Trump motivated you to vote in 2024.
Yeah, may I state my reasoning?
Yeah, please. I'd love to.
All right. So I don't know. Would you say you're a Democrat or independent?
I'd call myself an independent. I'm a far leftist.
Okay, so I liberal independent. Fair enough. Okay. All right. So in my gracious thought and what I believe is Joe Biden should have claimed some illegitimacy with that election, even though he took the presidency. He should have came out and told his supporters there could have been something that had gotten manipulated in this election, and
there was no evidence of that.
Well, there is a little bit of
there's
evidence,
not.
So
not a single fucking shred, my friend.
The
Matter of fact, most of the cases of voter fraud that we covered were Trump supporters. Trump.
No. Actually, no.
Hold on. Lynn Wood. Hold on. I can give you specific examples, man. I do the news for a fucking living.
Mm-hmm.
Do this every fucking night, all right? So Lynn Wood, one of the lawyers in Atlanta that argued Trump's case in Georgia, who was actually found to have voted twice. No. He voted in a state he didn't live in. That was it. And they had to look into him for voter fraud. He ended up being disbarred. Rudy Giuliani.
It's both sides. No. It's both sides. It's both sides. No, I don't think you're comprehending what I'm saying.
Okay, man.
You're favoring a side. I'm not favoring either side. Both sides are guilty as hell. As an American citizen,
both sides aren't guilty as hell. That's the problem.
Yeah, both sides, Democrat and Republican. As an American citizen, you should be worried. You should really be going for
brother.
system.
Okay, man.
Straight up. But let me just tell you what I've learned through transcripts, and this is actually on the record. 2 days ago, there was a court hearing about this. I don't have the specific transcripts in front of me, but there is on the record stating that they can't find a threshold of 300,000 ballots. They were indulged into the system in an invoice at 10:53.
No. That is not. That is not what happened at all.
No. The number that's the issue.
Those were all legally cast votes. What you're talking about?
That's the issue.
What you're talking about is they were lacking it. They were lacking a signature.
Democrat or Republican, they were still implemented, and they were not verified legally.
No, they lacked a signature, but they were all legally cast. So what you're wanting to do is take away 300,000. I can't remember what the exact number was. I don't even think it was that high. But I know the case that you're talking about. But they lacked the signature from the polling side or whatever the fuck. That the person overstood, the poll watcher didn't sign off on it. But they were still legally cast. And there's no reason to doubt those votes.
For electoral votes, my friend. As an American citizen, you should be very worried. Because
I'm not, because I know how things work. Man,
wait.
Brother, will you listen to me for a moment? Will you listen to me for a moment?
There is a very bad problem in
will you
this
listen to me
right
for a
now
moment?
That people don't see.
Hold on. Can I talk?
I'm waiting. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know why we have decentralized elections? And do you know what I mean by decentralized elections?
Specify.
Your election, your local election, is ran like in your county. Like you can go down and go to your county supervisor or your county the equivalent of a secretary of state on the county level. They're usually the ones that oversee your elections, and it is literally a different person in every single county in this country. Do you know how hard it is to rig an election?
It's not really hard if you actually think of the
It's
dynamic.
really
of how
fucking
an election
hard.
is ran.
No,
have you ever broke down the process yourself? Have you ever mentally broke down the process?
Brother, did you not hear what I just said? That each individual county runs their own election.
Yeah, but state and federal
that's why
elections,
it's so
as well
fucking
as county
hard.
And city elections are different. You cannot interpret law on the same four levels. There are three different branches of government that do not intertwine. You guys keep saying Trump, he's a president of the United States. Joe Biden was also the president. These are chain of commands. They are not just people anymore. These are actual roles in a government complex, okay? So what I'm saying is, as an American citizen, you should be very worried, not just a Republican or Democrat. Okay?
I am very worried about our country right now because there is a fascist pedophile as president. And you're telling me both sides are the same.
Fascists kill people. But we can go with the pedophile one. That whole definition.
Okay, what about all the people that he murdered on the boats? What about Alex Preddy? What about Renee Good?
Fascists kill people. Fascists.
Well, actually, would you like me to read you the definition of fascist? Because, it is absolutely describing MAGA. I don't think you're informed enough.
I don't think you comprehend what I'm actually saying.
Fascism is a far-right, authoritarian, and ultra-nationalist political ideology characterized by a dictatorial leader, centralized autocracy, militarism, and the forcible suppression of the opposition.
Sounds like the Democratic Party without the military, but I want to get back to the election.
Is the Democratic Party sending federal troops to cities?
If you're an independent, right? You're an independent. Look from the outside in. Republicans are guilty as hell for letting Trump in. Trump was a Democrat until 2013, right?
Brother, what you keep wanting to blame the Democrats. We're literally having a discussion about Trump, the current president, and his current policy. And you can't get your ass to stop going Democrat, 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 Democrat. And the Democrats are just feckless. They roll over at everything. You're not an independent. You are fucking brainwashed.
No, I'm not, friend, because as an American citizen, I'm just trying to talk to you about
Hold on. Once again, let me go back to the definition of fascism. It prioritizes the nation or race above individual rights, promoting a myth of national rebirth after a period of decline, often utilizing us versus them narratives and scapegoating minorities. Does that not sound exactly like what MAGA is doing. Make America great again. Promoting a myth of a national rebirth after a period of decline. Make America great again. It's literally there.
So are you saying Christianity is defined in the same way as MAGA and fascism? That's pretty fucking gross, bro. Pretty gross. You know what I'm saying? The rebirth of Christianity through Charlie Kirk's death, how all the Christians have gotten... It's kind of fucking gross how you just labeled fascism. As I said, it sounds like a Democrat. But what I'm trying to get at is the 2020 election. You're not even questioning the integrity of it at all. As an American citizen, you should be. Like 100%.
I don't have any... brother.
100%.
I cover the news every night, and there were literally...
As an American citizen, you have watched other countries. We're a country of immigrants, goddammit. Like, I'm so sick and tired of American citizens not understanding that these immigrants can be compromised from the countries they come into. They can manipulate our visa program, which they already have. And the visa program, it states you have to speak English to get into this country. And the majority of these people do not speak English. In fact, they frown upon our language. You speak English, you're raised in English, and then you frown upon it yourself by not having respect for your own self, backing your language, backing your country standing.
Hold on, okay? You are getting incredibly
all
angry.
This fraud that's been heard about, and we
what
really
fraud,
go back
man?
To the election.
Jesus
like, as an
fucking
American citizen,
Christ!
Like, that is one thing we need to get back to, right?
Hold on.
So this whole dynamic in
Minnesota, do you realize Donald Trump has literally been convicted of fraud?
He has been convicted. He has not been.
He has been convicted of fraud.
The illegal definitions of one side of this country, they do not make any sense. If you were to go into the actual court system and try to interpret law in the way you do, it would fail.
Brother, I have been a news reporter for years. I have spent countless hours in courtrooms. You have no goddamn idea what you're talking about.
I'm 100% sure. I do.
I'm 100% sure you're a dumbass and you shouldn't speak on these topics.
I can openly speak on these topics because
you can. I'm going to use it for content because it's hilarious to watch idiots like you just go blah, 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 about stupid
Whatever
shit.
Base you decide to get at, that's great. I'm pretty sure a huge chunk of your base is immigrants.
Okay, man, you came in here and tell me you're a centrist, but then just spouted the most right-wing nonsense anyone's ever...
No, it's not. It's an American citizen.
You're talking about Charlie Kirk. Citizen. You're demonizing immigrants. You have bitched about Democrats nonstop.
So where does the majority of legacy media funding come from? Where does the majority of legacy media funding come from? It does not come from citizens of America. It comes from foreign funding, my friend. I mean, the Democrats are compromised, bro. You know how long it's going to be before
Donald
that party's
Trump has like a $2 billion deal with the Saudis.
Donald Trump was a Democrat until 2013. He was a part of the Democrat. The whole Democrat government you and I know, Trump built it. Trump built the entire complex, man. He donated to the Clintons. He donated to Obama. He donated to every single major Democratic holder, senator, House rep, and president since the 70s, bro. And his family did the same thing. His family, his dad was an immigrant, too, in the 40s. Democrats, man. His whole family was Democrat until 2013.
So basically, your entire position is just Democrats.
No. I'm independent. He called his entire Republican base stupid in the 90s. He said he would even go Republican. Bro, I'm not going for Trump. I'm trying to talk to you as an American citizen. The left has.
But you did vote for Trump. You told me that.
I did. I didn't know about the Epstein files. I watched the 2020 election.
You didn't know about the Epstein files in 2024.
I watched. You know why Atlanta got raided today by the FBI? You know it's illegal to rip ballots in a federal election. You know they were caught on CCTV footage, and this has actually been
brother. I assure you.
Hold on, let me talk. You can hear all this. This is a federal court case in Virginia in 2023. I think it was in July.
You're all over the place, and you won't let me correct your bullshit, man. You're just wanting to spray bullshit everywhere.
No. I'm not spraying bullshit.
Yes, you are. Everything you're saying is just fucking nonsense. You're brainwashed as shit.
The state of Virginia. No. This is on the record. You can go onto the state of Virginia government website. You can actually look this case up. I don't have the case number right in front of me, but you can actually Google it and find it. The state of Virginia,
and just like the thing you said earlier about the ballots, you're going to get it wrong, but I don't know exactly what you're talking about to be able to correct you.
Because they actually came out. This is a federal case in 2023 in the state of Virginia over the state's certification of the electoral votes for the 2020 election. And they actually came out and stated on the record that the Dominion software that the state of Virginia used in the federal election of 2020 had manipulated coding in it from Smartomatic. Do you know that Dominion got contracted during the Obama administration in 2013,
happened, brother.
And their HQ is in Venezuela?
You
Our
are
country has
spouting
used Dominion
literal
software since
conspiracy theories,
1970. This is not
right-wing
conspiracy theories, brother.
nonsense.
The state,
Okay,
Department of
hold
State
on,
has
hold
public-
on,
no,
hold.
they have
Let me
public
speak for a second,
information about
man.
the funding.
Let me speak for a second. The shit that
You guys have
man,
got to
let
keep
me
up with
speak
this
for a
stuff.
second. I do keep up with this stuff. What
No,
you're
you
saying,
obviously don't.
brother?
You don't.
Let me speak.
I listen to both sides.
Fuck,
How do you
dude.
not
No,
know
you
this
don't,
stuff?
because you
said
are
you've
not
been a
listening to me
reporter.
right now. Would you agree you're not listening to me? You will not let me speak. Okay? What you're talking about is a movie called 2,000 Mules by Dinesh D'Souza. Dinesh D'Souza has literally been convicted of fraud. You're listening to a fraudster who is grifting off of you because
This isn't
you're
listening
dumb.
to him. I've done my own research. I'm an
No, you
independent journalist.
haven't.
Like, I also have
That's
family
where those
ties
claims
100 years
come
back.
from. And by the way, that movie had to be removed from all storefronts because it is so riddled with inaccuracies.
No. All federal funding programs that are taxpayer based, like Social Security, SNAP, Section 8
You're
housing,
coming at me
these
spouting
programs-
off
No.
about conspiracy theories
Because you
that a
keep-
literal
2,000
fraudster put
Mules,
out.
I've never heard of this movie, dude. I don't care what Trump says. I do my own. I'm an American
You're
citizen.
spouting
I'm not a Democrat
that
or a
fucking
Republican.
shut up, dude. You keep saying you're not a Democrat or Republican and saying the fucking dumbest far right
I'm an
shit.
American citizen, dude. I don't give a fuck about Democrats or Republicans. I care about my
You
security.
do
of
give
my
a fuck
country,
about Democrats
the
because you
protection of
keep
the
trying to
I love
impugn
ICE.
them.
I want ICE to deport all these criminal aliens that have broken the law.
Then get Trump out of
It's a
here.
misdemeanor to cross the border without going through the legal due process. Just because a state decides to go ahead and give these motherfuckers licenses, it doesn't make them fucking citizens. but
An immigrant has
that's what's gonna
affected
cause a
your
civil
life
war.
negatively
That's what's
in
gonna
no
cause
way
a civil
whatsoever.
war.
And you,
That's what's
brother,
gonna
you
cause
are
a civil war.
dumb, and you will not let
I
me
am
talk.
just
So
saying, dude. This favoritism of immigrants is going to be the reason why
what
this country
favorite?
is gonna
There
go
is
to
no
fucking hell.
favoritism of immigrants. You have
I'm
been
just
brainwashed
saying.
by
And now
right
we're
wing
over
media.
here, we're going to protect their fucking fraud, the Somali
Bro,
part
there is
of Minnesota.
the-
Omar married her brother and had sex with her brother to get a fucking visa here. How gross is that?
You
dude?
are an
Think about
idiot,
touching your
dude.
sister.
Brother.
Think about touching your sister.
Everything
Omar
you're
touched her
saying
brother.
is wrong. Everything you're
No,
saying
that's
is
actually
just
a marriage certificate.
wrong. You're
And
an
it's actually very
idiot. It's not real
Mhm.
at all. We all
Hey,
know
you
it's
Tim
not
Walsh
real.
is in the Epstein files as well, right? He's touched little kids too.
What?
And you're defending this man?
Who?
Tim Walsh has also touched little kids. You're defending him? He's in the Epstein files. There's
Brother,
1.8
you're
billion
just dumb.
public
Have a
fucking
good one.
files open for you to look at.
Holy shit, that was crazy. I hope you were trolling, because, bro, you're fucking dumb. We are 2 minutes away from 420 on the West Coast. Wow. I don't... How was I supposed to handle that? Meat Cakes, did that top last night? That couldn't top last night, could it? Oh, was he doing the Destiny thing? See, when I went on with Destiny, I should have been like wound up Justin, but I've been trying to do this thing and be more laid back and be more jokey Justin. And I think it served me well. Have you guys noticed? Happy 420 to the West Coast peeps. I've apparently got to get rid of that song. They claim my revenue. That's why I wonder if they were trolling me. And if so, good job. That was really entertaining. Were you Code Rapper? Was that you? Or are you the guy that just called in? Do you believe your bullshit? I gotta know. Are you sincere or are you a troll? I love it. I mean, my show is called The Troll Patrol. I'm into this shit, right? $4.20 for our West Coast peeps. I'm going to give us a live shot of this structure fire going on in... Oh, well, I believe everybody's wrapped up their live coverage. It must be out. But it was raging there for a little bit. We'll go back to the beginning here. Check out what was going on. This was El Monte. Am I saying that right? El Monte. The first time sounded like I was trying to say it like sophisticated, but I was still a redneck. Yep, that was Code Rapper. Or was Code Rapper talking while I was on the call? This is a structure fire that apparently just got put out here in the last little bit. I'm going to leave you guys with this for a second while I go and grab a drink. He's keep wanting to call back. No, you don't get a call back. We want somebody else. You call back another day and we'll have another go around, but you got to let me talk, my brother. You got to let me get a few words in. Well, of course it was you. If you want to keep up with important topics, you want to subscribe to this channel. I will keep you informed. Vittman's Grandy's Garden, is that how you say your name? Welcome in, friend. I tell you what, there's something I want to cover, and I have a little bit of a different perspective on it. So let's do this. Where do I have it saved? Do I have it saved on tool? Where do I have it saved? Go fucking find it again. So Candace Owens released this clip of Erika Kirk. This was 11 days after Charlie's murder and just a couple of days after the memorial.
Hi everybody. I still love all these emoji Zoom things. Wow. I don't even know where to begin. The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century, like it's just insane. We had over 275,000 people that attended, and stadium, overflow, Westgate, insane, you guys. And then you have, was it 100 million? You guys that heard the gospel and all about Charlie and all about everything that you guys do, and the hard work of Turning Point USA is insane. We had thousands that were registered to vote. I think we're at like over 200,000 for merch sales. Don't quote me on that because I think it just keeps like bumping up like crazy. But I just wanted to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to the events team, the development team, the graphic design team, the production team. It's just phenomenal. They're incredible.
A lot of people are posturing this as if this is proof that she is insincere, but I actually think it proves the opposite. If you really believe sincerely in your cause and the Word of God, and that you believe that Charlie Kirk was martyred, and that people are coming to your cause because of this, that God could only take the love of your life from you if he had a higher purpose, which was to bring people to the cause, then of course she would be happy with the big turnout and everything. I think it's fucked. I think it's warped in the head and proves how mental religious people are, but I do believe it's sincere. Now, do I believe that she might be out there getting it now, as her husband or ex-husband would say, deceased husband? You know, she might be out there living in sexual anarchy.
You live in sexual anarchy?
I used to kind of be religious. Like when we had the caller the other day, they asked me when I left Christianity, or no, I think it was in the chat. And I had to think on that. Like, I don't know that I was ever really in Christianity. I don't know that I sincerely believed. But I have met people that sincerely believe. I guess I kind of get it. I think it's stupid. I mean, I can't imagine you didn't. I mean, plenty of people would want to get a sympathy fuck out of her, right? Let's go to. We have a execution vigil from death penalty action. I guess we're coming up on the execution of Charles Thompson. Oh, and I'm sorry that we came over here and they're doing some strange religious shit. He scheduled for execution today in Texas. Let's get the facts of the case. This will be the first execution this year. That's the live vigil for Charles Thompson. I'm very anti-death penalty. I explained it the other day. I think we were with a caller. I met his sister, Helen Prejean, the woman that Dead Men Walking, the Susan Sarandon character is based off of. The actual nun. She came and spoke at my college. And one of the facts that she laid on me that I didn't know was that 90%, well over 90% of the people on death row couldn't afford an attorney. They had a public defender. So that means that justice is not delved out. Because in theory, I could be all about the death penalty. But I'm like a top-down kind of guy. I think the most severe punishments should be reserved for the most severe crimes, like the Sackler family. Like, 100%, it's time for guillotines. It's time to raise the boards. But you got to go with the right people. It's the bankers. It's the Fed. All the way down the billionaire list. Rihanna is the last billionaire that we get to. She's not spared, but she's just the last one. She can perform for us the entire time. I love Rihanna. She's the last billionaire that gets it. Like, any disagreement on that? Yeah, and then we collect her head. I'm open to other suggestions, but you know, I think that's appropriate. She's the last one. She can perform for us. Because I think it's going to take a while. Do people understand how many billionaires there are? There's like 700 and something just in the U.S. alone. Billionaires. Billionaires. Never has to perform again. Blickley thinks in a week. I mean, with boards, Anyway. Because like it would take a while with the gallows, right? And you kind of want to have it be a ceremonial thing. We want to savor it. You're like wanting to get it over with. I'm like wanting to one every night. You feel me? Like we're making a primetime event. And so you get a day of like, oh, tonight's billionaire is blah blah blah. They did this, and this. Any disagreements on that? Cool. Love it. Awesome. 144 a day, one every 10 minutes. I mean, I appreciate the brutal efficiency. I really do. But I want I'm thinking about it from a communications person standpoint. I want a day at least to show off their crimes. Ooh. You think that giving them the day gives them one last hurrah? Okay. Rihanna performing Take a Bow at the Gallows would be iconic. Okay. Oh, I'm kind of on clinically side now. Man, you are fucked in the head. Because I didn't even think about that. Because to just run them through like a mill and into a mass grave, that would be degrading to them. They would hate that. Because they would relish the last day, wouldn't they? Just how much money they're worth on their head. Damn. Yep. Clinically puts up a good argument. See, this is how easy it is to win me over. All you gotta do is bring a good argument, all the facts. Love it. Okay, but anyway, this was all talk about the death penalty. I'm for the death penalty in a top-down sense. I am not for a death penalty where we're, probably executing people that have lower IQs than the rest of us, mental health issues, a lot of times come from broken homes and abuse themselves. I don't think those are the people we should be executing. We actually should show sympathy towards them. The poorest among us. The meek shall inherit the earth. If only there was some dude and he had a message like that, and you could go to this place every, Sunday, Wednesday, and you could hear what he said about this message, about how to treat the least among us and yada yada, and immigrants. Maybe somebody should invent that. I think that might go over well. Surely it couldn't get corrupted and just turn into a bunch of pedophile rings. That'd never happen. Yeah, Christianity's good in theory, but it's like communism. Just doesn't work in practice. We were talking about the death penalty because the United States getting ready to do their first execution of the year. A Texas man who at one time escaped from custody and was on the run for 3 days after being sentenced to death for fatally shooting his ex-girlfriend and her new boyfriend nearly 27 years ago was scheduled to be the first person executed in the United States this year. Charles Victor Thompson was condemned for the April 1998 shooting death of his ex-girlfriend, Glenda Denise Hayslip, 39, and her new boyfriend, Darren Keith Kane, 30, at her apartment in the Houston suburb of Tomball. Thompson, who is 55 now, was scheduled to receive a lethal injection Wednesday evening at the state penitentiary in Huntsville. If that execution is carried out, Thompson would be the first person put to death this year in the United States. Texas has historically held more executions than any other state, though Florida had the most executions in 2025 with 19. Prosecutors say Thompson and Hayslip have been romantically involved for years, but split after Thompson became increasingly possessive, jealous, and abusive. According to court records, Hayslip and Kane were dating when Thompson came to Hayslip's apartment and began arguing with Kane around 3 a.m. the night of the killings. Police were called and told Thompson to leave the apartment complex. Thompson returned 3 hours later and shot both Hayslip and Kane, who died at the scene. Hayslip died in a hospital a week later. Thompson's attorneys have asked the U.S. Supreme Court to stay his execution, arguing Thompson wasn't allowed to refute or confront the prosecution's evidence that concluded Hayslip died from a gunshot wound to the face. Thompson's attorneys have argued Hayslip actually died from flawed medical care she received after the shooting that resulted in severe brain damage sustained from oxygen deprivation following a failed intubation. Okay, Your Honor, she didn't actually die from the gunshot wound to the head from my client. She died from the lack of medical care after the gunshot wound. Bull fucking shit. I really should go back to law school. I'd be a much better attorney than whoever did this case. But it's probably some underworked fucking public defender who deserves our praise. Yeah, it's insane, Jelly. If he had been able to raise a reasonable doubt as to the cause of Miss Hayslip's death, he would not be guilty of capital murder, Thompson's attorney said in court filings with the Supreme Court. That was a Hail Mary. They didn't have anything else to work with. Prosecutors said a jury had already rejected the claim and concluded under state law that Thompson is responsible for Hayslip's death because it would not have occurred but for his conduct, and that's true. Hayslip's family filed a lawsuit against one of her doctors alleging medical negligence during her treatment left her brain dead. A jury in 2002 found in favor of the doctor. Thompson had his death sentence overturned and had a new punishment trial held in November 2005. A jury again ordered him to die by lethal injection. I'm against it, but it sounds like he was guilty as shit. You gotta hand it to him though with that defense. It wasn't my gunshot. Does not seem like he has been executed as of yet. Ooh, let's go to this. Henry McMaster, the governor of South Carolina, currently giving his State of the State address.
Are they well run? Should we consolidate schools, programs, certificates, or degrees? And will enrollment grow, plateau, or shrink? Remember, major business
I don't think I have to point out which party he's from.
clearly demonstrated their desire to bring
It is South Carolina. He's very white.
to South Carolina
He's very old.
to employ our people.
Clearly a
those
Republican.
facilities.
My numbers are showing 69 people are in here right now. Nice.
End of quote. What we must do now is double down. We must continue making smart investments in our people to ensure that they are prepared to support and reap the benefits of our
This guy looks very bored. Also looks like he's fucking 16. Oh, that might be that dude's
around the
kid.
world. Future economic prosperity also
I think it is bring your kid to work day. That's totally that dude's kid, isn't he?
Questions are, will they be enough all over the country?
Vipman says this is good hair. Okay.
Capacity and capability
I mean,
must be able to handle enhanced future economic.
I was getting ready to say I wish I had that hairline, but I kind of do. It's kind of my exact hairline.
And population
It's kind of what I'm
growth.
working with right now.
3 years ago, we were.
I guess if I still have that when I'm his age,
Power SC
I'll be
working
appreciative.
group. We began leading the effort to coordinate the state's energy shareholders to address our state's future needs. Then came
Jason, I'm going to assume you have no idea who anybody arrested
It's a
in your
collaboration
city.
with our research universities, technical colleges, state agencies, Savannah River National Laboratory, economic development, nonprofits, and private businesses. Putting that all together put us in a position to
And private businesses.
in a contest with all the other states. I think there were about 700 entries for this. We're only going to be 12 winners, and we are one of them. We won designation as one of the U.S. Department of Commerce's 12 regional technology and innovation hubs in the country, and are eligible and have been receiving for research grant funding valued at up to $70 million annually. Our focus, power. We were thinking ahead, and we hit it just right.
I got the power.
Therefore, will lead our nation.
Skull it or bust? Question marks.
Our early preparations and the
I've thought about getting a
our
wig.
Santee Cooper to restart the construction of our 2 unfinished.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of Maynard James Keenan.
At the VC
He's bald and then just puts on different merkins.
national effort. And I'll tell you what we did. All that equipment, many parts, millions of dollars worth, we didn't sell them all off. We put them in big shelters, put them in warehouses.
I always said I'd wear my baldness proudly,
We've
but
got the power lines are already up.
now that it's
The
here,
game, and we're going to get there. President Trump rightly recognized that reinvigorating America's nuclear industrial base is critical, not just to our energy and economic security, but also to our national security. With over half of our state's electricity safely generated by nuclear energy, with 7 operating reactors at 4 different locations, South Carolina has both the experience and the infrastructure.
yeah, this dude's old as shit. He don't care if like
to provide ample, clean, resilient energy.
Poison all your fucking water ducts.
Ahead, and we will lead that national
Your water
renaissance.
table.
It's a great day. A few years ago, it became clear
Dump
that we had a
toxic
mental health
sludge all
crisis
in your
South
rivers and
Carolina.
shit.
What wasn't clear was how bad it was. You all knew how people with physical disabilities, special
Good for
needs,
you, Jason.
and mental health issues who were seeking assistance, what would happen? They were often required to navigate through a confusing maze of offices, agencies, and officials in languages they didn't understand as they thought they helped for a loved one or a dependent. We learned that
Johnny's,
77%
if you
of our
support
state
Trump,
young
you
people
support a grown man walking into young girls' locker rooms because that literally happened. He said it himself on fucking camera. It's wild. It is wild the things you guys accuse us
right
of.
before our eyes. Our people were
It's like straight out like something Trump
system
actually
that
did.
not coordinate, communicate, or collaborate. There was no accountability and little to no leadership. At that time, I directed that we initiate.
We're glad to have you here. Johnny's here.
Immediate review of our state's behavioral health funding and delivery system. This analysis confirmed.
This guy's boring me. That was the state of the state address in South Carolina that's going on right now. That's what we were taking it live. Let's do some ICE coverage. ICE expanding their operations into Arizona. They are currently in Phoenix. They took over a Zips sports bar or something yesterday.
It's Fox 10's Ashley Rodriguez joins us live now from Warner and McClintock, that location for Zips, with details on the investigation. Ashley.
Yeah, so the raid this week, it forced the closure of all of the Zips locations throughout the valley. This location behind me, it opened around 11. We were here within 15, 20 minutes, and already there was like 25, 30 people inside. Right now, it's a packed house. So this is definitely a community staple, but rumors have been swirling this week as to why the feds had targeted Zips. Well, we were able to confirm with ICE today that they are investigating several federal violations. But the 35 people that were arrested...
Trump is literally a human trafficker.
Because they were here
I don't know
illegally.
what to tell you.
Cameras weren't allowed inside this Zips sports grill in Tempe that had just reopened when we arrived. A loyal customer quickly noticed a difference.
A lot of different faces. Because I guess
Flo, welcome in. Thank you for being a freaking follower.
A certain amount of the total staff, a little bit of rotation, to get some money.
The staff is tight-lipped, told to stay quiet while ICE investigates.
It's an ongoing investigation, so we really can't talk much about it. We're working with investigators to really figure out the full scope of what's going on.
ICE and Homeland Security telling Fox 10 they led the execution of over a dozen criminal federal search warrants at multiple Zips Grill restaurants, resulting in the arrest of more than 35 illegal aliens, investigating several federal law violations, including unlawful employment of aliens, identity theft, and document fraud.
I had got a call from my mom and she told me, she was like, I just want to let you know. After she said that, I already had a knot in my throat. And I was like, no, don't tell me, Mom. Don't tell me.
2 of the 35 undocumented immigrants arrested are 44-year-old Jose Barrera and 38-year-old Monica Jimenez, who came to this country from Mexico more than 20 years ago. Their daughter Rosa telling me they worked in the Zips kitchen for 18 years while raising their 4 kids. Rosa is now tasked with raising her 3 siblings, ages 15, 10, and 4, the youngest suffering from severe autism.
We're going to make food and sell some so we could get a little bit of money for the lawyers.
The lawyer, attorney Cherie Wright, says Jose and Monica have no criminal history and have not yet been charged. She believes Zips was targeted because it hires people using their individual taxpayer identification number, or ITIN, in lieu of a social security number.
So they're still paying taxes, but the IRS is communicating with ICE and saying, hey, they're only just working with an ITIN number, not a social security number. So that's a red flag. And I think that's probably why ICE was tipped off to go in.
Zips says it plans to open other locations throughout the week, but in the meantime, there are dozens of its employees legally employed that are out of work. And again, there are families that have been shattered. Now, as for Rosa Barrera, an 18-year-old trying to raise her 3 siblings, she has set up a GoFundMe account. We have that link to this story on fox10phoenix.com. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Ashley, thank you. More school walkouts this afternoon from Chandler to Tolleson, Scottsdale, Gilbert, and Mesa. Students protesting immigration enforcement policies. You can see hundreds of students taking part in this today. This was a coordinated effort by students across the valley.
ICE apparently also active in Michigan. This is first time I'm hearing of their expeditions into Michigan.
Immigration enforcement operations continue to spark controversy nationwide. President Trump says federal officials will take a more relaxed approach after the backlash. But in Washington, Republicans and Democrats are calling for Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to be fired if she does not resign. And now these operations hitting closer to home. Outrage in Ypsilanti over alleged ICE enforcement leading to parents being detained at school bus stops. The superintendent of Ypsilanti Community Schools sending a letter to parents confirming some parents were taken into custody.
My chat's working tonight. I can actually
drop-off times.
Oh, maybe
Today I talked to the sheriff, the school district, and civil rights stakeholders voicing major opposition, along with a state lawmaker arguing why ICE should be allowed to continue operating in Washtenaw County.
Oh, I did get him.
Sitting down for a one-on-one interview, Washtenaw County Sheriff Alicia Dyer telling me what led her to make this Facebook post addressing reports of ICE recently detaining parents at school bus stops during drop-offs in Ypsilanti.
Following parents when they're dropping off kids at school or leaving school or going to bus stops should also be off limits.
Dyer says she supports Senate bills aiming to protect sensitive locations.
You would think, see, the cops are coming out against ICE.
And places of worship from ICE operations targeting those in the U.S. illegally. While ICE has not come on school grounds in Ypsilanti, she says she's still troubled over impact on immigrant families, even sharing this letter I also obtained from Ypsilanti Community Schools.
There's been a lot of fear, understandably, around this.
In the letter, the superintendent spelling out they do not share info with ICE nor allow access to school property without a valid court order or warrant. Parents being urged to update emergency contact info in the event a parent is detained. And in Dearborn today, more voices being shared at a press conference organized by the Arab American Civil Rights League, calling out ICE actions in Minnesota that led to killing of Renee Good and Alex Preddy.
The great Martin Luther King said that any injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This is exactly what we're here for. We have an obligation to the community. We have an obligation to our citizens, to our constituents, to stand here and say enough is enough.
Citing privacy concerns, the Ypsilanti Community School District would not tell me who took custody of any children whose parents may have been detained at bus stops. I also asked State Senator Joe Bellino from Monroe for his thoughts on the sheriff's post and ICE enforcement at bus stops.
ICE has to do their job. If nobody's lives are being put in jeopardy, they should be able to go wherever they need to go to get the illegals and to get the criminals off the street. Now, if this is happening in Washtenaw County, I don't think they want ICE anywhere near the county from what I see. They don't want them anywhere near their buildings or anything like that. So how can you take a federal law and then carve out, but not near bus stops, but not near this block where the church is, but not near that block where the coffee shop is? We got to pick them up somewhere. We pick them up where we...
It's very easy. You do it with drugs. There's already like those carve-outs. There's those zones.
No, they're going to be, and that's how you do it.
Pedophiles too.
I reached out to a spokesperson.
We already know what those zones are. You can't live near a school or church.
And to get a response to school district concerns, I am still waiting to hear back.
Tough times. All
yes.
right. Still.
Sex offender registry is not just pedophiles. Sex offender registry covers more than just pedophiles. Ahaha. White racist ass turd. Christopher Chavez. Sure thing, brother. Are you having a stroke? Immigration status, not a crime. It's just a civil infraction. You guys want to act like it's just so like Trump can justify his Nazi fucking shit. Look at this.
¿Cómo se llama? Just back up. Just back up. Back up.
Such fucking cowards. Civil infraction is like jaywalking, speeding. You get a ticket.
Hey, watch the ice. It's really slick. Guys, do up your minutes. Let's get into that car.
This is all for show, too. This is just so Donald Trump can feel like a big man. Once again, the Biden administration did a better job of deporting people. The Obama administration did a better job of deporting people. And do this stupid bullshit that puts everybody in danger. Just so you all can feel like you have big dicks. It's wild. But this isn't what it's about. It's not about, like, you know, an actual sensible deportation policy.
We're doing two in this?
It's because Donald Trump wants to be a dictator.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back away! Back up!
The problem is that he's backed by several billionaires and whatever machine that he's able to put in place. Once he inevitably passes away, which is gonna happen. It's gonna happen in the next few years.
Stay away from us!
Somebody far more nefarious, like a Peter Thiel, who is literally a Lex Luthor. A goddamn comic book villain is going to be in control of this apparatus that Trump has built on the back of his cult of personality and dipshits like the people in my YouTube chat. And shouldn't that be sad to you, man? User. Like denying people the American dream, shouldn't that be sad? And this isn't the American dream. Having armed agents snatching people from their homes is not the American dream. If you've been here long enough, your grandparents, your great-grandparents would be absolutely appalled by what you're letting happen on your streets. Because they fought the fucking Nazis. Peter Thiel is definitely a more gay Lex Luthor. I mean, he's sinister. And I don't want him in charge of everything. And that's what you guys are... That's what you guys are going for, and I don't like it. So we've got two new videos of Alex Preddy. We're going to take the first one. This was days before, and right-wingers are going nuts over this. I think it just makes him look like more of a badass. He interacted with law enforcement days before the fatal shooting.
Family confirming this newly released video shows him interacting with federal agents on January 13th, 11 days before he was fatally shot. The video shows him kicking a vehicle and agents tackling him to the ground. The video does not show what happened before the incident.
That is police brutality!
And tonight, the Border Patrol agents who fired in Preddy's fatal shooting are on administrative leave, according to the Department of Homeland Security. At a town hall last night, Representative Ilhan Omar was criticizing the Trump administration's response to Preddy's death.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must...
I love, because I had to go and edit the video last night. Her last words before she talked about Kristi Noem being impeached were that we need to make a safe Minnesota and Minneapolis for everyone. And then Kristi Noem needs to be impeached. Dude came and charged at her. And she, like a badass, charged back at him. We now also have a new angle of the Preddy shooting. I'm going to go ahead and hit the content warning.
Now, just into the newsroom, we have a brand new angle of the lead up and the shooting of Alex Preddy by federal agents. And what you're about to see is video from a woman who was sitting inside her car, mere feet from where this incident happened. This is the first time that we can hear, at least a little bit, what led up to this.
I feel like I've seen this before.
All right, so this is the start of the confrontation. What I hear in the video, which we just received, are two men arguing. One is certainly Preddy, the other is an agent. One says, "Do not push them into the traffic." The other responds, "I'm pushing them away from traffic." It's unclear exactly, can't prove exactly who's talking. But this is the first time that we've seen and heard what led up to the violence and just how quickly.
Like, you guys, you're seeing a Fourth Amendment violation right there.
it unfolds right in front of us here. And as also,
do you not believe in the Constitution?
Pushing a woman.
The government can't just come up to some random citizen and do that to him and execute them in the street. That's Nazi shit.
Literally, of a person parked right in front of all this.
You want to tell me Trump's not a fucking fascist?
The word gun 4 times in roughly 4 seconds leading up to the sound of the first shot. Minutes later then, she keeps rolling. This panicked woman in the car videotaping, she says that she's scared to an agent who addressed her calmly, calling her ma'am, and saying she has to move to make room for medical there at the scene. Another agent is heard yelling then at the woman in the car and swearing at her for her to leave as she's driving away. The video is about 7 minutes long. The woman moves the car, parks her car in another spot, and then she walks back to the scene to offer a woman who's been pepper sprayed on the ground a water and a warm car. She tells KARE 11 that she does not want to ID herself out of fear. She says the video and the statements were given to the BCA, but she says no one from the federal government has reached out about her video or her testimony or what she witnessed yet.
Yeah, it's always hard to watch.
Oh yeah, she gave an interview to National News last night saying that she had not been interviewed by federal officials at all. Even though she's the one that recorded the video. Insanity. Reporters with the AP were covering the protests in Minneapolis earlier today and apparently got assaulted by federal agents. Violation of the First Amendment and the individual citizens' fourth. You're bringing up Janet fucking Reno 30 years ago. And you're like, yeah, but the government violated some rights then, so it's okay for the government to violate rights now, which I agree was a fuck up of the FBI with the Branch Davidians, but also they were a crazy goddamn cult. It was a powder keg of a situation that they did not handle correctly. What are you going to report me for, my friend? Being kick-ass? Ow! But you got to bring up, like something 30 fucking years ago justifies Nazis on our street now? Are you stupid? Cool Ed, I have noticed a decrease in it's stuff that says like certain things in the title. I've had calls go up on TikTok and they're getting more views than usual, and we deal with those subjects, but it's just like you put it in the title and that's stifling engagement, absolutely. But that's been my experience on TikTok with a handful of videos. Why is it not okay? It's people interfering with investigations, like how brain dead are y'all's? Why is it not, brother? You can't just declare that somebody is interfering with an investigation and then execute them in the street, because then the government just starts making up that everyone is interfering in an investigation and executes people in the street because they're power hungry. You've got to keep governments in check. Duh. You can't just give people a fucking bunch of guns and armor and expect them to behave civilly. They get like little dick syndrome and go out and they abuse their power. The people that you want being law enforcement are sociopaths and psychopaths, so you have to keep them on a very short leash. Leslie, good evening. And DHS, ICE, tear gas, and pepperballed you. There were babies and dogs out there for a candlelight vigil, and DHS and ICE pepper sprayed or pepperballed them and tear gassed them. We've seen numerous just people standing around with their phones. Reporters just get tear gassed for no fucking reason. Why? Why do you guys want this? Literal Nazi shit. Literal Nazi shit in our streets. And apparently this is in Phoenix again. We're going back to Phoenix. Dilley Immigration Center? Is that the name of it? Or is it Dilley, Texas? Caroline, welcome in.
Good afternoon. We are cutting into your regular programming here with late breaking news happening in Dilley right now, a little more than an hour southwest of San Antonio. Tear gas has been deployed during a demonstration outside of the Dilley family residence facility.
This was earlier today.
And it's just been playing out within the last
outside a residential center. Yeah,
this
that's
facility
normal.
is where many undocumented families are being held after being taken into custody by immigration officials. It is also where a 5-year-old boy from Ecuador, Liam Conejo Ramos, is reportedly being held after he was taken by officials in Minnesota last week.
So that is a look at where this facility is in relation to San Antonio. We have a crew out there, and we do have video of this confrontation between demonstrators and DPS troopers. Our Erika Hernandez and photojournalist Sal Salazar out there. Erika, my first question to you is, how are you? Because we know that
they're seeing how far they can push it.
We're ultimately hit by some of this tear gas.
And if we don't stop it now, this is going full authoritarian, soon.
For the most part, it's taken me a while to be okay, but there's still some residual burning in my eye area, my nose.
Trump is a felon.
Obviously, we weren't expecting this to happen. What I'm holding is one of those kind of canisters
Strudely doodle.
Thrown out at the crowd.
Trump is indeed a criminal.
How close. I was kind of a little further back from where this gate line is. And
once again, we were covering the execution that's getting ready to take place in Texas. I'm against the death penalty. They're getting ready to execute Charles Thompson in Texas. It looks like it's going forward. The Supreme Court is not going to stay it seems. So, I don't know what time it's scheduled. When the death warrant's issued, they usually have 24 hours to carry it out. Oh, nope. Newest update, he has now been executed. Convicted of the 1999 murder of Denise Hayslip and Darren Kane. Charles Victor Thompson. The first execution here in the United States in 2026. But we were talking about executions. I'm against the death penalty for poor people. I want it to be a top-down thing. If we want to break out the guillotines, and Rihanna is the last one of the billionaires that gets taken to the boards, I'm down with that. This is the protest earlier today in Texas.
where probably those troopers are standing or the officers are standing over there, that's where protesters lined up and were chanting and yelling. Then we saw a line of DPS officers come in with.
This was in Texas, so of course it was Texas that executed the first
warning to them to
person of 2026.
Step back. They needed them to be behind a line over here, closer to the roadway. I don't remember hearing. My photographer Sal said that there was a time limit they give them, kind of a 20-minute and a 10-minute. I don't remember hearing because the chants were so loud. And then all I remember hearing is banging. And here is that moment. I know we have video of that moment when it occurred. Sal was right there at that line when it went down. We know up to 2 people were eventually arrested. Multiple protesters, including myself, were out here, and other reporters and media were coughing and throwing up and gagging because it was extremely intense. You could almost still feel it in the air as I'm talking to you. It's still kind of coming out.
That sounded
like
fake.
It's just sitting here in this area, but those were that moments. I'm not sure if anybody received medical care. There was some volunteer medics that were out here that had marched with the protesters from the park earlier in the day to come out here. Again, this was a situation that for the most part was
This is the Texas State Troopers.
I guess regular protests. I don't want to say that regular is the word to use, but it was pretty calm for the most part. They were chanting. It's when they kind of went to this property where past this tape here, when they were ordered to get off the property, and then that's when we saw a school bus approach that a lot of DPS officers with riot gear came out, and then they formed a line, and then they pushed them back, and then we started hearing those explosions that came from these canisters. I'm kind of losing my voice here. Myra and Ernie, so I'm going to toss it back to you so I get some water.
Yeah, Erika, please do.
Yes.
I totally understand that you're still recovering. Sal is still recovering. So take a break. We'll hopefully try to rejoin Erika and Sal if we can. But I want to give some context about where Erika was standing. So we have been, as KSAT crews, out at that facility numerous times over the past several years. The facility itself is far off of that road that Erika was standing on. That is sort of the entrance from the highway.
I'm just looking. I know we had a map up earlier, but just to be clear, it's in there. Thank you very much. There it is right there. It's the County Road 4675.
So it appeared that
We're back. Sorry about that. I'll lose the internet, and it's like really bad when I'm playing video games because it will cut out so bad. We lose the people that were watching on YouTube vertical, unfortunately. It starts a completely different stream, and then I lose all my likes, and it doesn't bump me back up in the algorithm. It sucks when that happens. But I have Spectrum, so, you know. That's what happens.
All in a line, DPS and a riot gear in a line, that one person in the middle.
It is annoying, Holiday.
At the DPS officers, and then here in just a second, that is when an officer moves forward and they all seem to follow. And that ultimately led to what appears to be two people down on the ground and detained. And then, of course, that tear gas deployed at some point.
So we do have a story, by the way, on KSAT.
Deployed at some point. That's one way to put it.
Talking about, and some of the quotes, some of the things that are being said in this moment.
Like, who knows who deployed it?
I believe that we will win. The people united will never be divided. Bring them home and free the children. Again, all of this played out.
It's not a me thing,
2 o'clock hour. Sarah Acosta is joining us on set right here because we've all been reaching out. I've reached out to Congressman Joaquin Castro, who
I don't make
was
that
there
decision.
and posted on social media earlier in the day. I know many of us behind the scenes have been reaching out to people.
Right. So the first thing we did was we reached out to the governor's office. We were reaching out to them to begin with about this protest. They didn't have comment. They said this is a federal.
Once again, this was earlier today in Texas.
Protest. And so right after I got that statement, this happened. Sent them the video. They referred me immediately to DPS. And DPS has, I'm sorry, let me fix.
Are they ramping up in other municipalities as a way to, like, maybe take the heat off of them for Minneapolis nationally? Like, oh, if we distract people with other little small kerfuffles, it'll dissipate instead of just enrage everybody everywhere.
That's my mic here.
That's okay.
I feel like it'd backfire.
All right. So DPS says that they have a PIO, a public information officer, that's heading down to San Antonio currently right now. And
dispersed. It is.
And we did send them an email, and these are the questions that we have for DPS, and they're working on getting us a response. We would like to know why DPS troopers were on scene with the people protesting ICE agents in Dilley. Who sent them? Was it the governor's office? Did ICE request for DPS assistance?
That's an important distinction only because in the video, just to be clear, this is DPS that we see as opposed to ICE or another agency.
I will say, so the line is DPS. They're the ones with the red badges on their shoulders. Right. After you see the two people go down on the ground, that's when you see the federal agents also step in to assist. So, but it is DPS that was in line with the protesters. Another question we have for DPS is we would like to know what caused the incident, why the DPS troopers advanced on the protesters. Now, what Erika was saying gave us a little more insight. What our photojournalist Sal was saying, you know, they give them a warning. Was it past the warning time limit? Did they ask them to go past a certain line? And that might be what we were seeing play out here. Another question that we have for them is, what is the protocol for DPS deploying tear gas? At what point do they, deploy those canisters? So these are all questions that we have reached out to DPS. We are waiting for them. They are on it. They said they're going to get back to us as soon as possible, and they do have an public information officer heading down to San Antonio to address this situation.
Yeah, questions there. I like that we're asking why was DPS there, because the initial response you got, Sarah, was this is a federal thing. This
right.
is questions, you need to send that up to the federal level. State is not involved here, but DPS appeared to be on scene prior to all of this happening. So I know that we also have some video after that tear gas was deployed, after these folks were taken to the ground, of people being treated, much like our own crew was, dealing with
for no fucking reason.
This is
like, these people had to endure this just because little men.
Demonstrators were prepared for this, anticipated it in some way.
Wanted to act like Eric Cartman, respect my authority.
At the entrance
that's all it is
towards this facility in Dilley.
And to add a little more context, there was a march,
and anyone cheering it on is a fucking cuck.
Boy.
Change my mind. Nope, that's an insult to cuck.
I guess it was known that people were going to show up.
Cuck is a completely valid.
Because Castro was there. Joaquin Castro was there. Representative Joaquin Castro was
shouldn't
there.
mock it.
He was touring the facility. He was holding a press conference. That's why our crews were there. With a protest that was also planned. That protest was also planned to come back to San Antonio. I don't think any of this was planned for an incident like that. And so today I have been reaching out to several Republican lawmakers for comment on this protest.
Yeah, Sarah, I want you to continue talking, but we have a live picture right here that
it was just a few hours ago in Texas.
Yes, apparently leaving the scene, getting on this bus, heading away from the facility after all of this. I just want to make sure we get these live images to the folks at home. Sarah, continue.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we just want to make sure that our coverage is fair and balanced, why we've been reaching out to Republican lawmakers throughout the day. Chip Roy, reaching out to him, reaching out to
Chip Roy's going to cheer it on. Come the fuck on.
That he did. A lot of them were not available. For
government officials attacking protesters. Exactly right, Aces. Welcome in, my friend.
Basically, the message that I got from all of these Republican lawmakers is that
you're a good guy.
Texas should be cooperating with our federal agents.
Eddie Blackwell, the
of ICE being here, because
ICE agents are getting ready to learn the hard way about the laws of the land.
Safety is at the top priority. That was the message I got from.
This one is a heartbreaker. I'm definitely hitting the content warning before you watch this. A 30-year-old disabled citizen who was unable to care for himself had his caregiver snatched away from him. He's now died because of the state's actions.
Immigration crackdown continues. It is important to note that some people in the U.S. legally are getting swept up and put in ICE detention centers. Their families are hoping to reunite with their loved ones, but unfortunately not all are so lucky. And that includes one family in Arlington, Texas. Maher Tarabishi is originally from Jordan and came to the U.S. on a tourist visa. Maher overstayed that visa when it expired in 1994. But in 2008, the U.S. officially allowed him to remain in the country under an order of supervision after doctors said that his son, Wael, would die without him. Wael was severely disabled and was completely dependent on his dad. But last fall, Maher presented himself at a Dallas field office to fulfill the conditions of his supervision order.
So there you go. Everything the right way. Doing everything the right way, and Trump kicked him out. You're all fucking hypocrites.
Only this time, He was arrested and detained by ICE. His family fought to try and reunite father and son, but they were unsuccessful. And then just a few days ago, Wael passed away at just 30 years old, while his father sat in an ICE detention center. And joining me now is Shahed Arnott. That
You
is Maher's
fucking monsters.
daughter-in-law. And Shahed, thank you so much for joining us today. And you just learned that Maher is not going to be allowed to attend his son's funeral. What is the family's reaction to getting that news? And we are so sorry for your loss as well.
First, I'm going to start with thank you so much for having me. Thank you for supporting and sharing my family story. Right now, our life got upside down. Right now, we are in a very difficult situation. We were trying so hard to let him out, to let Maher out, at least.
We do know that everything was done the right way.
To Wael before he died, because that's what Wael wishes was, to say goodbye to my dad.
We know that the government violated a non-removal order.
At least let me just maybe touch his hand before I die. But we couldn't do that. And they said no. They said no to that. So we tried again. Maybe they will let him out at least to his son's funeral. Well, we also had the news with, no, they're not going to let him out to his son's funeral.
So this man couldn't care for his U.S. citizen son who's dying. What, to make you guys feel better because you're fucking raging racists? That man was no threat to you in any way. You should all feel ashamed of yourselves. You're all horrible people. And like you, for your sake, you better hope there is no God. Because if the Christian God is real and you have to answer to him, fuck. Like, I'll take my chances being an evangelical atheist who has lived his life far more like the teaching of Jesus than most of the Bible thumpers I fucking know. I'll stand in front of God with my track record, and I don't think you can say the same.
We are very upset. We are very sad. Why? For what? What did he do to all of that to happen to him? What did Wael do? Wael is a U.S. citizen. And he asked for his dad. It was a very simple ask for him. He trusted his country. And he trusted the system. But they failed him.
I can tell how hard this is for you to talk about. In a statement, the Department of Homeland Security claimed that Maher belonged to a group called the Palestine Liberation Organization, which the U.S.
You just heard the whole story, Cars. Shut the fuck up.
ICE also said it has not received a formal request from anyone to attend funeral services. What is your response to both of those things?
We denied that he's...
Here's the whole story. He says you haven't heard the whole story and misspells whole.
And
like whole milk with Trump the other day.
Did request from the ICE agent. He went to the Dallas Field Immigration Center and he spoke to an ICE agent and they responded with a no. He requested to go and at least to say goodbye and to the funeral. And both answer was no. So why are they doing that?
How do you want people to remember Wael? And what do you want people to know about Maher?
Wael is an angel. Wael is an amazing person. With everything Wael went through and all the hardship that he had, he always cared about his family. He always made us laugh. Him and his father, it wasn't just a normal relationship between any father and a son. No, he was his best friend. He was...
Seriously, stop with the bullshit. Nobody died alone during COVID. You people are insane. Fuck.
His caregiver. He was his dad. He was everything for him. We would wait until watch a movie together and have dinner together. And his favorite channel was Food Network.
Me too, brother.
Wael didn't do anything wrong for all of that to happen to him. ICE is
I will keep vaping my dope.
The death of Wael Tarabishi.
Maybe I'll smoke a little bit,
too. They may not kill him with a bullet, but they killed him inside, mentally.
All right, Shahid Arnott, thank you so much for sharing your story. And again, we are really very, very sorry for your loss.
I just want to ask one thing. This needs to stop, please. Please stop this. How many people need to be killed until this to stop? People, our citizens are dying right now. I don't think this is now. It's a subject about are you a U.S. citizen or not anymore.
Go ahead. Thank you so much. A heartbroken family there.
I don't like joints. I guess I'm not a real man. Smigger Jr., welcome in. Good to see you. Smigger Jr. has been all over my YouTube videos commenting. Do you have something to say? Would you like to call in? 917-830-4359. Come by and have a chit chat with me. Are you a fat, hateful piece of shit? That's what it sounds like. Is that what you're saying? You're a fat, hateful piece of shit? Because, yeah, I'm probably going to agree on that one. You can call MILF, sure. Probably not going to keep you on an hour like I do the right-wingers. I would love to hear your voice. Jordan greater than LeBron. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not a basketball guy. Like, I lived through Jordan, and, like, I was a basketball guy at the time. And Jordan was amazing to watch. But, like, you know, I don't keep up with basketball. Oh, I might have Do Not Disturb on. Let me turn that off. I mean, he moved like, it was kind of like Macho Man in wrestling. He moved like nobody fucking else did. What the fuck are you talking about? Ghana, welcome in. Who are you? Who is who? I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta be more specific. See, I don't know. I don't know about LeBron. He's had more longevity for sure. Like Jordan didn't play near as many years because LeBron's been around like fucking 25 years at this time, hasn't he? But once again, I haven't watched basketball in 25 years. So I've pretty much missed all of far above Hogan. I'll agree with you on that. So I've missed most of LeBron's. And the game's different. Like my buddy, he watches basketball. I was at his house about a year ago or so. And just the game is completely different than the game I was watching 30 years ago when I was into basketball in the Jordan time period. Like, they don't even play fucking defense anymore. It's just a run down the court and shoot. And it's fun to watch. I'm kind of into it. Like, I could see myself getting back into basketball, I guess. But I think the strategy was more fun because there'd be different types of games and different types. Like, it's kind of like the way UFC is now. Like, everybody fights the same and it's boring to watch, whereas there used to be a lot of different fighting styles and there'd be mismatches and clashes and crazy shit would happen. You feel me? Gunnar, are you talking to me? What excuses? LeBron parties with Diddy? I don't think anybody's partying with Diddy. Anonymously, good evening. You guys hold on to your handlebar and mustache when they ram you in the pucker?
I can't wait to have your cock in my mouth. I'm going to give you the blowjob of your life. Then I want you inside of me.
It's okay for her to kick him to the curb. Who? Who are we talking about? All right, let's do this. Caller, you're on the Troll Patrol. What's going on?
Hi, Justin.
Oh, MILF.
MILF.
Hey, MILF. You sound lovely.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, I'd already forgotten because I'm a little high. I thought it was going to be a right winger. I was all excited.
Oh, I appreciate you having me for a quick second.
I'm glad to talk to you. Hey, you have been on with you went on Stonercast one time, didn't you?
I did, and I'm surprised that I haven't exactly been back on there for a bit.
He hasn't exactly had one as far as I know.
Yeah. I mean, ever since he moved, we haven't done another one yet, but hopefully soon. I know he's getting everything together, so.
You can hit him up and be like, hey, because I've done it before. Like, I've been like, we need to hang out. And he's like, oh, brother, let's do a Stonercast. And I'm like, oh, all right. Sorry, YouTube people. We're talking about a Twitch streamer that you guys have no clue who we're talking about.
Yeah, you're not cool enough for that one. I still don't understand how you have YouTube connected onto the stream thing as well. How much crap comes through. But I mean, it's not my thing. But yes.
Well, I've done it the entire time. The entire time I've done the show, I've had YouTube connected, and at other times, other things, Facebook and Kick and what have you. But YouTube just started letting me do vertical. And YouTube is pushing vertical, I guess, because they want to compete with TikTok and yada, yada, yada. So I'm getting that algorithm boost, and that's never happened to me before.
That is so weird.
But it's only on the vertical live. It's not anything fucking else. I'm getting the same number of views everywhere else.
Huh. That's interesting.
But
with TikTok already being bought out by the right wing, I mean, I don't know exactly what else they're going to be competing with on that one.
I had already seen my TikTok get completely it didn't show me because I kept getting community violations. They were really strict on violence. And a lot of my clips show, gratuitous violence. That's what I got banned from Twitch for. Oh, are you ready to smoke? You smoking with me?
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go.
You ready? Do you need a second?
Yeah. No, go right ahead. I got you.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's do it. Light one up, tip one back. Oh, do you want to do it? You say it.
Light one up, tip one back.
Fuck yeah, it's like toasting together. What are you smoking on?
Lovely. Oh, geez, I don't even remember what the card is. I remembered I actually got it from one of my buddy's dispensaries, right down the way. Thankfully, what is it? I have 1, 2, 3. There's at least 4 different dispensaries within a mile radius from where I'm at.
I think that's the way dispensaries are. There might be some zoning issues. Because, yeah, the ones around here are all right together in a clump.
Great. I mean, it's good. I mean, I could get little discounts and coupons and all that other fun shit with it, so it works out.
Curiouser went through all our carts and wrote what they are. But I don't remember what CR stands for, but I guess it's a sativa.
CR. Huh. Maybe crack?
I was thinking green crack or something, but I don't think that's one that we got.
Huh.
I don't remember getting that one. Oh, maybe it was critical race theory. That's what it was. I'm smoking on some critical race theory over here.
Amazing. Oh, man. Oh, but random thing. Because obviously, Troll Patrol, hello. Obviously, we're getting a bunch of crap-ass trolls from YouTube. But I did want to add this in. Justin.
Okay. Yes.
You know that obviously we're technically actually just all women, right?
We're all living?
No, we're all women.
We're all women?
Yeah. Remember that whole entire thing that came around, remember?
No.
Well, I want to throw this out to everybody real quick that's out there that doesn't exactly believe that, oh, man, ooga booga kind of shit. Well, your dad decided to like not pull out for some reason, everybody started as female.
Oh yeah. And then like you like the cell die and everything, like everything dies off and then it forms the penis and shit. Yeah, we all start off as a female.
Pretty much. Yeah, you got there's a little bit of a twisted kind of thing that goes on with that one, and then there we go, and you guys turn into men. Which, yeah, you know what? Obviously, men are great. You know why? Because obviously, I have my children. I could be able to have great conversations and friendships and everything else like that in between. Wonderful, right? It's just the fact that some people just seem to forget that everybody started as a female. So whenever I hear this question of what is a woman, what is this, what is that whole bullshit, you were a woman too.
Came from a woman, and
every single person started as a woman.
I mean,
so if they want to sit here and talk crap and all that other one stuff, then I don't know.
We're talking chicken and egg, and like it's not, it's a woman.
Yeah, literally. When it kind of gets over to it, I really kind of wanted to point that out for a second because I know there's like some little Generation X YouTube chatter, whatever the hell his name is. I can't tell, but he was like sitting there doing the, what is the woman thing going on? And I was just like, no, we're just gonna talk about that for a quick second because I'm like, hello.
Is it not hilarious that they all say the same shit?
Oh, yeah. No, it's great. It's as funny as the whole entire kitty litter thing that they say that are in schools. That's still going. Can you believe that? It's still not dead.
And the thing that gets me is, like, I'll call them out and be like, oh, the Matt Walsh thing. What is a woman? They'll be like, I've never heard of Matt Walsh. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, the dude earlier, he quoted Dinesh D'Souza to me. And he's like, I've never heard of Dinesh D'Souza or 2,000 Mules.
Oh,
like, the fuck you haven't.
Oh, yeah. And for everybody else that is listening onto here, obviously, this is a leftist situation. We're like, no one's sitting here saying we're libertarian. Oh, my God. That's like, what is it? That's just an asshole with like a stonk coin thing going on, right?
Well, I'm a libertarian leftist, but I don't call myself a libertarian because I don't associate with those people.
Yeah, exactly. That's the craziest thing. I keep on sitting there and seeing people on here. They're like, oh, the damn libs. Like, what? Nah. The fuck?
You remember the political compass test, right? And it's 4 different quadrants and shit. I'm all the way down in the bottom left-hand corner on the libertarian left side. I was like, that makes perfect sense.
Oh, yeah.
I just want government to do things for the people, and other than that, I want it completely neutered.
Wow, the one thing I'm actually going to agree with Jones, kitty litter helps if you get stuck in ice. Yes, it does. You could put a couple bags of kitty litter over in the back of your truck. Make sure you don't fishtail. That too.
Milf, were you here for the dude last night?
Oh, I was for a little bit, and then I had responsibilities.
Did you hear when I asked him what he did for fun?
No.
And he said, what do I do for fun? I'm dying of heart failure.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh about that, but damn, that's like...
What do you think I did?
Oh, my God.
And he's like, is it funny? Well, the way you said it was.
My God, if you're going through heart failure, like, you think you might want to just, like, take a break.
Oh, people
like,
in the stream were trying to get
so
me... People in the stream were trying to get me, like, to get him riled up, so like maybe he would croak on stream. Because we're horrible.
Like,
we're horrible
people. Like, would this count? I don't know.
But he was super worked up.
Oh, my goodness. He's got his little panties in a bunch. Oh, poor thing.
All right, Bill, I got just a couple more stories, and we're going to get out of here, and I'm going to listen to some music, watch a police chase. We got a U-Haul police chase from this morning we're going to watch on Twitch.
Oh, okie dokie. Well, I'll let you go.
You have a good night.
I love you, Jeff. You have
night, Milf. I love you.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy I was able to catch up with you.
Yay!
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do something formal sometime. Have you on the Freak Show or something?
Right? That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have a lot more free time now.
Ooh, yes, let's make it happen.
Right?
I'll talk to you soon.
Alrighty. Bye.
Coke is great for heart problems.
I can't wait to have your cock in my mouth. I'm going to give you the blowjob of your life. Then I want you inside of me.
Oh shit, you're a Donald Trump backer? Who I called Donald Trump fucker multiple times? Welcome back in. I'm glad you're here, friend. Maybe you're going to learn something. We're happy to have you. Do you want to light one up, tip one back with me? Why you want to be a Donald Trump fucker? And like, I have plenty of morals. I don't get it. What would make you think I don't have morals? This is the guy for Blast. We were talking about you. You're now legendary. You're going to be brought up on this stream for years to come. It's so fucking funny. One more thing before we get out of here. Bruce Springsteen put out a new song about Minneapolis today. Releases ICE protest song. Let's go to a news clip about it. Man, if you're a dude from last night, like Donald Trump fucker, I hope you're doing well.
Just released a new protest.
I didn't want to make your heart pop. I really did.
And he dedicated it to ICU nurse Alex Preddy and protester Renee Good, who were both killed at the hands of immigration agents. So let's talk about that. Live to CBS News correspondent Chanel Call. Chanel, the message in that song is very clear, and it seems to echo what people on the ground are saying with their protest signs, which is no ICE in Minneapolis.
That's right. So this song was just released by Bruce Springsteen at about noon Eastern Standard Time. So just over an hour and a half ago, he made the announcement on Instagram and also released the song on YouTube. I'm going to have you take a listen to it in just a second. But first want to show you the Instagram post where he made the announcement. And the caption here says, quote, "I wrote this song on Saturday, recorded it yesterday, and released it to you today in response to the state terror being visited on the city of Minneapolis. It's dedicated to the people of Minneapolis, our innocent immigrant neighbors, and in memory of Alex Preddy and Renee Good." So, Reed, take a listen to part of that song.
We'll take our stand for this land and the stranger in our midst. Here in our home they killed and roamed in the winter of 26. We'll remember the names of those who died on the streets of Minneapolis.
Okay, so I don't have enough time in my segment, Reed, to play for you the entire song here. It is 4.5 minutes long, but of course, you're free to listen to it on your own time. It does end with some powerful lyrics that I want to read aloud to you. It says, quote, "Here in our home, they killed and roamed in the winter of 26. We'll take our stand for this land and the stranger in our midst. We'll remember the names of those who died on the streets of Minneapolis." And the title of this song, Reed, I know you're a big music buff. It may sound familiar to Streets of Philadelphia. That was also...
Hey, Daniel, thanks for reminding everybody to
that
like
was
the
about
stream.
The AIDS crisis.
Yeah, I literally heard some of that and Googled that.
He literally heard
Streets
some of it.
Philadelphia came up. You and I were thinking the very same thing. You know, in any time in our nation's history, when there were any sorts of struggle, you always heard those anthems, those protest anthems come out. Bruce Springsteen now adding to the American catalog. Chanel Call, thank you so much.
I mean, he already had a few entries in the American catalog, I do believe, especially when we're talking about protest songs. He's got a few of them. Let's see what's Ice-T worried about over here.
Ice, how are you?
Hey, what's happening?
Ice, we gotta ask you. I don't know if it's true. Trying to see. But I heard that you did a few shows and you changed your lyrics to Cop Killer to Ice Killer. Now we know Cop Killer was a protest song. Are you creating a new protest song in this generation?
No, that was an old show that was done in LA during the time where ICE had occupied LA, and they were all over the place. So that's kind of like out. That it's not a current song.
Oh, now it's different.
Spontaneously, because
right.
You know the ICE was making moves out there, and I don't know at.
Can you come to the same pen if you want?
At the moment, I just said it.
No. Trust me, I get it. It's funny because a lot of people are now like talking about that, and they're bigging you up. Like, you know what? You're standing up, like, you know, coming from hip hop and talking about this situation. How do you feel about the images coming out of Minneapolis?
It's crazy.
Thank you.
My wife has a camera. Can I get a photo? It's crazy what's going on. The fact that 2 people are dead. I mean, I don't think anybody can agree with that under any circumstances. You know. Yeah, you can.
Apparently, a lot of people on YouTube can.
See, I'm trying to accommodate all these people.
Thank you. Thank you for signing.
Okay.
What's your message to your fans in Minneapolis? Do you have a message to fans, you know, who might be listening to your music, bigging you up, and they're kind of just like, man, you know, we're going through this weird situation?
Just stand strong and stay out the way of stuff. You know, these cats will kill you, and it ain't worth it right now. You know, it's the object is a peaceful protest and stuff, but you got to understand that these other cats ain't that peaceful.
We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, he is Ice-T. Bob was in front of Congress today. I can't believe this is real life. Kid Rock testified, and I agree with him on this issue. Kid Rock has been on the cutting edge of this issue for 20 years, 30 years. The man's right when it comes here. Like, he's getting ready to lay some truth on us about Ticketmaster and the concert venue and the whole monopoly in the live music industry. Kid Rock is on the right side on this one.
There it is. Good afternoon. Thank you, Senator Blackburn and committee members, for this opportunity. My name is Robert Ritchie, PKA Kid Rock. I'm proud to say I've been packing arenas, amphitheaters, and stadiums with the greatest fans on earth for over 25 years.
I've seen him. I've been to a Kid Rock concert.
Capitalist. I'm here today because I love God. I love this country. I love live music and sports. And I believe music fans and artists have been getting screwed for far too long by the ticketing system. I'm in a unique position to testify because, unlike most of my peers, I am beholden to no one. No record companies, no managers. No
it's true, he's independent.
Deals. To put it plainly, I ain't scared. I ain't scared to speak out on these issues like many artists, managers, and agents are for fear of biting the hand that feeds them.
That's the wild thing, DJ Dub, is he must totally be sincere in his convictions, though the drinking the Bud Light can after shooting the things, like, that would kind of tell you he wasn't, but his record sales have gone down since he became MAGA. He actually sold pretty well all through the 2010s. Like, none of us have ever heard his music, but he had a dedicated following, and his music would always chart in like the top 200. And now it doesn't.
I'm here because hardworking Americans who love live music deserve better, and because artists deserve control over their own work.
Go anti-woke, go broke.
This problem is older than timeouts and participation trophies. 30 years ago, members of the rock band Pearl Jam, members of the rock band Pearl Jam sat in these same seats, warning Congress about ticketing abuse. In 2009, Congress was told under oath that merging Live Nation and Ticketmaster would benefit artists and fans. The CEO of Live Nation called the merger an experiment, and promised it would increase competition, empower
Oh, it was
artists,
horrible.
and lower costs. He also said, and I quote, "A system that empowers artists benefits everyone." Almost need a rim shot after that.
Yep.
The CEO of Ticketmaster at the time also testified in 2009 and said, "We believe the combination of our two companies."
This has happened during my concert-going years, the merger of Ticketmaster and Live Nation, and it is a plague on society. Things are exponentially worse since those two companies merged.
Will benefit artists, fans, theaters, sports teams, museums, and all the other facilities, performers, and spectators who use our services. The economic foundation that supported artists in the past is crumbling. Piracy is threatening their livelihood. Secondary ticketing is driving up prices for the fans with absolutely no benefit to the artist. Needless to say, that experiment has failed miserably. Independent venues have been crushed. Artists have lost leverage. Fans are paying more than ever and getting blamed for it. Should Ticketmaster and Live Nation be broken up? Probably. Would that alone fix things? Not sure it would. But I am sure of this. No artist should be forced to sell their tickets without a say in who sells them and how they are sold. What other business in America doesn't control
Real Macho Man.
or at least
Welcome
have a
in.
say in their own inventory? If artists had real choice, real competition would follow, and tickets would end up in the hands of real fans at the prices we the artists set.
I would normally agree about not caring about what Kid Rock has to say, but once again, he is correct on this issue and one of the few artists that will speak out, because while like Taylor Swift made a pass at being outraged at her pre-sale, she didn't go to Congress and testify because she's actually in on it. She's getting a cut of that secondary market. When you're as big as Taylor Swift, you're getting a cut of that secondary market. You're getting a cut of everything. Taylor Swift was taking venues to the cleaners. So she could act outraged about the ticket prices, but she was benefiting from it. Richie here is actually putting his money where his mouth is. I respect him on this one issue alone.
It's no secret, none, that this industry is full of greedy snakes and scoundrels. Too many suits lining their pockets off talent they never had and fans they mislead. The truth is, much of this could have been, or still could be, solved through technology, especially proof of humanity tools. It hasn't happened yet because there's just too much money in the secondary ticket.
I've just known this has been a cause he's been behind for 20, 30 years.
Seems they chose not to. In parts, now meanwhile, the problem has been addressed with much success.
Long before he was
In parts
Chuddy
of Europe,
Chud.
resale ticket prices are capped, and it seems to be working. I've been advocating for a 10% price cap here in the States on the resale of a ticket. And in fairness, Ticketmaster and Live Nation have supported
Fair
this.
ass.
Where I'm confused is this. I don't think Ticketmaster needs a law passed to do this. If that's true, then it only proves these
No worries, DJ Dub. It's all good.
have not been reactive, have been reactive, not proactive. I would implore Congress, this is important, to subpoena the contracts and deals between artists, promoters, buildings, ticketing companies, agencies, and vendors, because as I understand it, you will find mountains of fraud and abuse. Now, my positions and solutions are as follows. Number one, artists should control who sells their tickets and how. Number two, resale ticket price caps work and protect real fans. Number three, the Bots Act should be enforced. Brokers and bad actors must be stopped, and all should face serious penalties and consequences. All-in pricing is great, but it doesn't fix the system. Outlawing speculative ticketing is obvious. The problem is that ticketing lobbyists push these reforms as cover while fighting to keep tickets in an open market and lets them exploit fans under the guise of capitalism. Do not be fooled by these tactics. Congress and many others have been fooled since the mid-1990s, fooled again in 2009, and so on. This wasn't an experiment, it was a monopoly dressed up as innovation. So I'll close now with the words of one of my favorite rock bands, The Who, and say it is my sincere hope we won't get fooled again. Thank you. Rock on.
So that was Kid Rock. We've heard from Bruce Springsteen, Ice-T, Kid Rock. How about Nicki Minaj? She was at a Trump investment summit earlier today.
Please, my daughter, she went crazy when she heard that this was happening. I want to go. You know, she happens to be in the wrong state right now for that. But when she heard that there's a certain person that's here who's the greatest and most successful female rapper in history, Nicki Minaj. Come on.
That is not true. Well,
And Nicki
Kim,
makes a lot of cash.
Missy Elliott,
Not as much as Michael Dell.
Cardi B.
Not quite. Not as much. But that's okay. But Nicki makes a lot of money, and she's generously stepping up. She's investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in Trump accounts to support the children and really the children of her incredible fans. That's great. Focus on that. Why should
Can't
you
leave
give to
out the
somebody
Duchess.
else's fans? Give to your fans. I like that. But and I just think she's great. You know, I've been hearing so much over the years because I didn't know Nicki, and I've been hearing over the years she's a big Trump supporter and a Trump fan, and she took a little heat on occasion. Her community isn't necessarily. I tell you, we did pretty damn well with that, with your community, as we say. But Nicki has been an unbelievable supporter. She gets almost as much as Mr. Wonderful over here. He's been another one that's been so good. But I'd like to ask you to come up, Nicki. Come on up. Come on. She's been such a great supporter and a great supporter of Trump accounts. And
Of
I
Trump
said, I'm
accounts.
gonna let my nails grow because I love those nails. I'm gonna let those nails grow. She's so good. She's been MAGA. What can I say? She's been with us all the way, right, Alex? She's been with us all the way. And just want to thank her. And it wasn't so easy. For you, it was easier, right? You want to come up? You want to come up? Mr. Wonderful, come on up here. You've been terrific. Come on up.
Hello.
This is insane.
Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And
Yeah, she's an illegal immigrant.
Have to say it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know, the smear campaigns.
None, you're welcome
going
in.
to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him.
I don't know that she ever had any cred to sell out, so just throwing that out there. I like a couple of Nicki songs, but I don't ever really think she was anything.
And God is protecting him. Amen.
She's like, should I go?
On behalf of all the entrepreneurs in America,
And that's that
I'd like
Shark
to thank
Tank
you, Mr.
motherfucker, isn't
President,
it?
Because we create 72% of the jobs.
It's just a reality
Companies
show. That's
fire
what
500
our
employees.
government is now.
All we care about is
Trump doesn't care about black
we
people.
love policy, pro-business policy, and these accounts are fantastic.
Oh my God, are we getting ready to get anti-Trump Kanye? We're getting ready to get anti-Trump Kanye, aren't we? Like resistance Kanye's coming to the front. He took out like a full page in the Wall Street Journal to write an apology to everybody about his anti-Semitism and how he hurt the black community. So, I think we're getting ready to see resistance Kanye against MAGA Nikki.
For independence and support. I thank you very much. It's all about the entrepreneur, and I think you know that, sir.
Well, that was great. A little interlude. I don't know. That's better than getting Scott Bessent up.
I mean, yeah, Nikki's probably more entertaining than Scott Bessent. I'll give him that, I guess. So, apple cider vinegar is what it was.
Us tonight on air and streaming on.
If you were with us last night, we were watching the Ilhan Omar press conference. We find out what that news be doing every night. We were live with the Ilhan Omar press conference and saw her get attacked.
KARE 11 Plus. I'm Julie Nelson.
And I'm Lauren Lemanchek. Right now, Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar is holding another public event after a scary incident at a town hall less than 24 hours ago.
Video captures the moment a suspect leaped toward the Congresswoman, spraying her with liquid from a syringe. Sources now tell CNN that liquid was apple cider vinegar. The Congresswoman is okay and actually continued speaking shortly thereafter.
We also now know that the FBI is taking over that case after local police arrested Anthony Kazmierzak, who's tentatively facing assault charges. At this hour, Omar's at Carmel Mall, a hub of the Somali businesses in South Minneapolis.
Our Jennifer Hoff is there too, and she spoke with security experts about.
And we watched that press conference too earlier.
Jennifer?
Lauren and Julie, Omar is joining a Massachusetts congresswoman to tour this space here behind me, the mall that you mentioned, that Omar says has seen significant decline in business since President Trump's immigration crackdown. Security experts also telling me today that what happened last night should be a warning for everybody and should also be on everybody's radar as they look to new security protocols, while that suspect's nephew tells me that he is not at all surprised at what happened.
And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
An attack on Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar caught on camera at a town hall event last night. A man leaping from near the front row using a syringe to spray her with what sources now tell CNN was apple cider vinegar. Security taking down Anthony Kazmierzak, booked in jail and tentatively facing assault charges. His criminal history, mostly traffic citations, but includes at least 10 DUIs.
She's just a symbol for something that he doesn't like.
Kazmierzak's own nephew, Shepard Weiserman, confirming his uncle struggles with substance abuse and attacked Omar because he disagrees with her political views, even writing a letter to her office today offering an apology.
I don't think she deserves that.
Good on you.
We should be treating each other with dignity and respect.
We will continue this. President Trump has frequently criticized the Congresswoman, stepping up verbal attacks while focused on Minneapolis, as threats against lawmakers continue to rise overall.
And everybody should be learning from this across the spectrum.
Former Secret Service member Mike Olson suggests a larger buffer between the audience and any podium and registering guests ahead of time to flag any potential bad behavior, saying last night's event should have been evacuated.
Certainly if budgets are an issue, they don't have the
Just me, ain't that the truth? The FBI will screw it up.
For everything, staff can be trained to some of the basic things that can be done.
And the Congresswoman's event here at Carmel Mall is expected to last until at least 5:30. We do plan to join in on that and ask her and her team some questions about whether there is any new security upgrades from last night. And you can expect to hear from her and have another live report on this coming up still tonight at 6 o'clock. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer.
Yeah, we were watching the C-SPAN feed of it. There is actually a flip angle that we didn't see last night that shows that she was going to beat the fuck out of that dude. That's how badass Ilhan Omar is. And the fact that she was like, we're not going to let that motherfucker stop us.
And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment. I don't know.
Oh my God, he sprayed something on her.
I need a napkin to know nothing.
It's still going to be assault, but it won't be like felony assault probably, but they may up the charges because it's a public official.
We will continue. These fucking assholes are not going to get away with it.
Oh shit. Jim Russell, welcome in, friend. Good evening, Raiders. YouTube people, we're getting a raid over on Twitch. Good people, everybody. Go follow Russell. Good evening, I am JustinFREAKIN. We find out what that news be doing Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Though times may vary. We came on early tonight to cover a few things, including Ilhan Omar giving a press conference earlier today. She was attacked last night while we were watching this event. This was a town hall.
I need a napkin to know nothing.
There's a lot of chuds in the YouTube chat, but don't let that deter you. I am a leftist. Oh, Dante, do you want to call in? It sure does. 917-830-4359. We had a great call last night. That dude will live in infamy for the remainder of my time on streaming services. I asked him what he did for fun, and he said he was dying of heart failure. I'll not get over that. I'll not get over that anytime soon. Let's go to Fulton County, Georgia, where FBI officials have descended on election offices wanting 2020 records. They're going to try to carry out some sort of retribution on behalf of Donald Trump because he still thinks he was wronged in 2020. So we'll see what they can actually prove in court. The judges have pretty much smacked down everything they've done, every case the DHS tries to bring, except the judge in Milwaukee. She got convicted. I wonder if that'll stand up on appeal, though. We're going to go to a local Atlanta news station.
News First starts now with breaking news.
And we are updating that breaking news here at 6. Fallout in Fulton County. The FBI executing a search to grab 2020 election documents. I'm Blair Miller.
And I'm Tracy Hutchins. We do expect the director
Yes, their music's really loud.
of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, and FBI Deputy Director Andrew Bailey to speak at any moment. We are waiting for their arrival. Our team coverage begins, though, with political reporter Doug Reardon at the Fulton County election hub in Union City, really the epicenter of where it all is happening. Doug?
Right, good evening, guys. We have been following this all afternoon. We are in Union City at the building where Fulton County stores not only their documents, but much of their election equipment as well. It is a colossal facility off of Carrollton Fairburn Road. And we are here waiting for Tulsi Gabbard, the Director of National Intelligence, to speak. We saw a motorcade pull up earlier. We thought it was her. It was not. We are told she is still in the air, and she and Nikki Haley will be landing here in Atlanta soon, making their way to Union City to address what we now know is another attempt to collect 2020 ballots from Fulton County. That is what we understand the FBI was here to seize today. There are pallets and pallets of them inside that building, which houses the county's election equipment and documents. And so there were about 25 members of the FBI here today, both agents and personnel. We saw agents wheeling in and out boxes of documents earlier, and we were told that this order did not come from the FBI's Atlanta field office. It was directly from the main office in Washington, D.C. Many
of course it
here
was.
today said that indicated it was part of President Donald Trump's effort to target the county after losing the state here in 2020. In a press conference here just about an hour ago, Fulton County commissioners as well as state lawmakers said it was political theater, it was unnecessary, but members of the state elections board, who we also caught up with earlier, and sued.
C3, welcome over to the Twitch side.
Buffed by Fulton County for years, they said it was a great day for transparency.
Where everybody knows your name.
People who are dying in the streets of Minnesota, they're here in Fulton County trying to get ballots from 2020 that have been in storage for now 6 years.
I think the FBI is going to do their job, and I think it's about time that that people have answers. And
yeah, we're back out here live. Another look at where we are expecting National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard and a main member of the FBI.
Once again, all for PR, all for show.
Minutes when they arrive here in Atlanta, you can see the FBI.
And it's apparently effective on the stupid people. We've seen evidence.
Watching some of these FBI agents and personnel load onto earlier. There are, again, pallets and pallets of these ballots. And what they actually are, if I could just...
Pallets and pallets of ballots.
Are the actual physical copies that are returned and are supposed to be stored, certainly by law, for at least 2 years. But we know they have been sitting in here for much longer than that because of ongoing legal challenges. They are supposed to be kept on file for people to come and view. But again, we are not aware of anything that would allow someone to take them out of here unless, again, you were perhaps the President of the United States, the Director of the FBI, and had ordered them to be removed from this facility under a judge's order, which we know is exactly what happened. There was a search warrant that was filed and filled in federal court, and that was how the FBI was able to come here today and collect what we, again, believe to be some of these 2020 ballots, if not all of the 2020 ballots from Fulton County. Guys, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Doug, thank you. Well, President Trump recently promised prosecutions for what he called a rigged election in 2020.
Now, Atlanta News First chief investigator Brendan Keefe investigated many of those claims and found them to be untrue. Brent?
Yeah, I personally tracked down dead Georgia voters identified by the Trump campaign, and I found them alive and well back in 2020. But just last week, President Trump said, quote, people will soon be prosecuted for what they did in the 2020 presidential election he lost. President Trump also claimed surveillance videos of vote
they do want to purge voter rolls.
Showed, quote, suitcases of ballots, but we verified those were standard ballot containers, no fraud. His personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, lost a defamation lawsuit against 2 Fulton County poll workers after falsely claiming they were passing around thumb drives like they were, quote, vials of heroin or cocaine. Meanwhile, Fulton County did admit last month to losing ballots after the 2020 election and failing to sign tabulator tapes for hundreds of thousands of early votes. Now, Fulton County
the tabulator tape.
President Trump in a case that was later dismissed, and
it's just like a clerical error.
Millions of dollars in attorney's fees from Fulton County and the district attorney. His Justice Department has sought indictments against President Trump's perceived political enemies, including former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James, after the president has tweeted calling for those prosecutions.
And it was probably the result of confusion and chaos the night of the election because of court challenges, weird court watchers from the Trump campaign. Fulton County leaders held a press conference to speak on the seizure of ballots earlier today.
Major concern that I have right now, again, my point is, once they were here, as long as they were here in the control of Fulton County, I was confident that they were safe and secure. And the other point I'd like to make, this goes back to the 2020 elections. For the life of me, I still cannot understand the fascination about the 2020 elections, which occurred 6 years ago. That election is over with.
I mean, I understand the fascination. He's a megalomaniac.
And in every case, every instance, we get a clean bill of health. If there's anybody who knows what happened in 2020 on that night at State Farm Arena, it was Fulton County Commission Chairman Rob Pitts. I was there. So the fascination with this, I still don't understand it, but we'll have more to say later.
I just want to say that Fulton County
Department of Registration and Elections is always and will continue to maintain fair, transparent, and accurate elections. And we will continue to do the work of the electorate here in Fulton County. The FBI is still in the building. We have fully complied. We will always comply with law enforcement and with the rule of law. And that's what we do here in Fulton County. And that's all I have to say.
Mr. Pitts, how concerned are you, sir, how concerned are you voter information will be compromised?
Mr. Pitts,
how concerned are you voter information will be compromised?
Mr. Pitts, have you been able to see the warrant? It's a criminal warrant that has not been unsealed yet. Why is that? Have you been able
I have not personally seen the search warrant. I have not.
Why?
But our county attorney has viewed it.
Okay, and what has he said, if anything?
She.
Well, excuse me, I apologize.
Yeah.
What has she said, if anything?
It appears to be legitimate. The way this happened seems to be a little strange, a little unusual. That's all I can say at this point in time.
And this really isn't the correct forum, because this will be a matter that will go to court, that will be in the courts, and that's where Fulton County will raise its concerns at that time.
How concerned are you voter information will be compromised?
Well, as the chairman
is a
said,
pimp suit.
The process was different than what we expected, but we will raise that. As I said, this is not the forum for that.
Do you fear that the administration will use this information to interfere with the midterms?
I have no comment.
As far as scale, can you talk about the number of boxes that have been put on the truck?
Yes, I can. And what you should know
this is Georgia.
we were already in court.
FBI executed a search warrant on
and their
ballots from 2020.
Fulton County Superior Court had scheduled a February 9th hearing where we were doing a transfer of all of those records to the parties involved, but we thought it was going to be an orderly transfer. So we were already planning to make sure. We had already said how many boxes, we had already said how much there was, and that's what we were planning to do. We were surprised at this particular way that it happened because we were planning to turn all of those documents over anyway.
Chairman Pitts, you said that you felt safe with where the documents were being housed here. Why do you feel unsafe about where they're going now? You suggested that you don't know where they're going, how they'll be kept. What makes you uneasy about that?
Well, this is the nature of your question. I don't know. Once they were here, we knew that they were safe. We knew that they were secure. Once they leave here, it's out of our control.
Chairman Pitts, they have told us, the FBI has told us that these ballots are going to be taken to Virginia. Do you think that that's actually where they're going to go? And do you believe that whatever it is that they're going to do with them is correct?
I don't know where they're being taken. I haven't heard that they're being taken to Virginia, but no matter where they're being taken, they will be taken from this facility here in Fulton County, Georgia, over which I have control, over which I know, and I can assure the world that they were safe and secure here. Now that they're no longer here, I cannot guarantee anything.
Chairman, what message do you want to send to Fulton County voters?
That we did our job, we have complied with the law, the 2020 elections were fair, they were open, every legal vote was counted, and we will continue to comply with the law.
Chairman, what were your thoughts when you found out, okay, this is actually happening, these are being forcefully removed now from the Fulton County Elections Office?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
What did you think earlier today when you found out what was actually happening here and the fact that there was...
You can get ballots for the 2020 election, but not the Epstein files. This is all a distraction.
Well, I really wasn't surprised. I mean, we've felt all along and known all along that Fulton County, has been, a target for obvious reasons, going back to 2020 elections, 2024 elections, the court cases.
Ouch, she probably was advised by lawyers not to say certain things.
There are a couple of people that are on the hit list. I'm on the hit list, I'm told.
Do you have a message for those in D.C.? Anything that you want the administration to know?
That our elections were open, they were fair, and every legal vote was counted, and those votes, those ballots, and everything contained in those boxes, they have been secure as long as they were in the possession of Fulton County officials.
What do you do now? What happens now?
Matt Ursus, welcome in, friend. He talked about a hit list. Let me show you somebody that was on a hit list. This was the mayor of the Philippines. Is okay after having an RPG fired at him. Despite the rocket strike hitting the mayor's vehicle and heavy gunfire, the mayor was unharmed. 2 members of his security detail wounded. Justin has a hit list, but it's all weed. Oh. The attackers were killed in a clash, and their vehicle was recovered. There were 3 of them. The mayor of the Philippines. The Aguac municipality. Well, I guess the vehicle was well armored. What was the other dude doing with the gun? Has anybody seen Harlem Nights? The scene where Arsenio Hall has this like Tommy gun, and they're like machine firing into an apartment building, and then some other dude with a handgun, like pow, pow. Looked like it went under the vehicle. I can't really tell. Insane rocket attack. He shot my pinky toe. They caught up with him. They were a firefight, and then all 3 of them are dead now. Authorities continue to investigate. Torchy, I don't know that I told you good evening. Deutsche Bank officials facing a probe into money laundering had their offices searched today.
German federal police searched the offices of Deutsche Bank in Frankfurt and Berlin on Wednesday morning in what Frankfurt public prosecutors have said is an investigation into suspected money laundering.
Ich würde sagen, das passt zum Image der Deutschen Bank. Also es gab viele Geschichten immer wieder. Deutsche Bank.
Kann jede Bank verwickelt werden. Die Kunden sind privat. Da kann viel passieren, weiß man nicht.
Authorities have said they are investigating unnamed employees of the bank, which is suspected to have had conducted business dealings with foreign companies that were used in money laundering.
Wie deutsche Medien berichten, stehen die Durchsuchungen offenbar in Zusammenhang mit dem russischen Oligarchen Roman Abramovich. Abramovich steht seit Anfang 2022 auf der EU-Sanktionsliste. Die Staatsanwaltschaft hat sich noch nicht näher
Prosecutor's office has not yet commented on the matter in detail. Laura
für Euronews.
Fleischmann, Berlin. Ooh, Deutsche Bank always doing something shady. I'm assuming they involved with Epstein somehow. There is a race to restore power in many municipalities in the South following the ice storm this past weekend. I got a little piece of that. Apparently, there's going to be a huge-ass storm coming this coming weekend, and that's why they are racing to get the power restored.
Tonight, the race to restore power in the South. From the air, with repair crews using helicopters, and on the ground, as nearly 400,000 people remain in the dark. At least 68 deaths are now being blamed on the dangerous winter weather nationwide.
Wow.
As snow, ice, and freezing temperatures take their toll. Watch as the roof of this rodeo arena in Arkansas collapses from heavy snow, and as more drivers take to the roads, accidents piling up. In Mississippi, dramatic new video shows multiple cars already in a ditch on the side of the road. Then watch as this SUV loses control, slams into a truck, and adds to the pile. In Indiana, icy roads causing this big rig to turn over on its side. In Tennessee, Nashville Electric Service today reporting more than 300 power poles broken and 900 crew members working on repairs. Few need it more than the Martin family. We first shared their story last night, huddled together on the floor under blankets for warmth. Today, a new crisis. A burst pipe flooding their home, water leaking everywhere.
All the water came out on the floor here.
Oh man, this is where you guys were huddled up here.
Yeah.
Temperatures in Nashville have fallen below freezing for 6 straight days. Life-threatening conditions for those without power, like restaurant worker Madison Bright, now forced to stay with family. She showed us this text message she received saying the power was back on, even when it wasn't.
We checked twice and the power still has not been back on.
Also in Nashville, the McCann family now sleeping in their car after burst pipes flooded their home and their floors froze over.
I've been praying to God, can we get any help?
Also in Nashville, police responding to reports of an unresponsive man in his home.
We believe that he succumbed to carbon monoxide poisoning.
Carbon monoxide poisoning, a growing concern.
We have actually, in the Poison Center, had at least 46 cases of poisoning in children, and then across the board, both children and adult, 101 cases since Thursday night.
George joins us again live from Nashville, where the race is on to restore power. And George, we can see those power crews still working there behind you in this big freeze.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. This crew actively working to restore power in one of these neighborhoods that was hardest hit here in Nashville. Part of their work includes chopping down through some of these frozen trees. It is arduous work, and now, as you mentioned, it is a race against time ahead of that next expected freeze. Tom?
We thank you for watching.
Oh, shut up, Tom Llama.
Breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
Bring back Lester. We miss Lester. Yeah, let's talk about bomb cyclone. What is a bomb cyclone? The weather event that's getting ready to hit the East Coast this weekend.
Meteorologist Grant Gilmore in the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere. We have used the words bomb cyclone a few times this afternoon. Can you please explain what on earth it is and what it means, please?
And guys, not just today several times, but about a week and a half ago, think back 2 weekends ago. I know it's hard to, but 2 weekends ago we were talking about another bomb cyclone. So it's time that we address the elephant in the room here. And what in the world is a bomb cyclone? It's not just some random kind of catchphrase that we throw out there. It actually has a very scientific meaning, and personally, I think it's interesting, and hopefully you will too here, because we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about just the term bomb in all of this. Not like an explosive bomb. Actually, quite the contrary. It's more of a situation where a low pressure system, instead of exploding, is imploding, where the low pressure system is getting lower and lower.
Aren't those the helixes?
The term bombogenesis, and this occurs when a non-tropical
bombogenesis
or a cyclone, kind of like a tropical cyclone, but a non-tropical cyclone here, rapidly intensifies.
I'd slap their bombogenesis.
24-hour period. That 24-hour period can start at any time, really. And we say that it bombs out when that low pressure system really begins to deepen rapidly. Now, the intensification criteria varies depending on the latitude, but generally speaking, you're talking about a drop in pressure, which we measure pressure, at least in this case, by millibars. It's a drop of 24 millibars
under
in
pressure.
A 24-hour period. And all of those lines there around that deepest part or that lowest part of the storm system, each of those lines are called isobars. And those lines connect points of equal pressure. So when you're looking at a map there and you see more and more of those circles around that low pressure system, that tells you that low pressure system is very low or very strong. Now, in the case of this low pressure system that we're watching for the weekend, sometime around Saturday midday, the low pressure system is expected to be
Kensai, yeah, there are like kerosene heaters.
Look how many more circles around that
shit like
low
that.
Pressure system develop overnight Saturday into Sunday, to the point to where, as we get into right around 2:30, the pressure drops to around 970 millibars. So over a 30 millibar drop in about 24 hours. That would be a bomb cyclone. The question is, what are our impacts going to be? Well, guys, it's going to be a brushing impact, and we'll talk more about that as those details get a little bit more clear, but still.
A brushing impact from the bomb cyclone.
Natasha,
Right.
Bill Nye has nothing on Grant Gilmore. Nothing at all.
Absolutely not.
Oh, now come the fuck on. You didn't have to glaze him like that. Georgia cops have released a dash cam video of a wild police chase that happened about a week ago. So we're going to watch it. Of course we are. Got up to speeds of 115 miles per hour. You can see this is a 2-lane road. Bill Nye slander indeed. We ain't gonna stand for that. Sky Comet. You're up late. Okay, it's actually earlier than I thought it was, but also still you're kind of up a little late. Jesus. This is way too dangerous. Oh, and he crashed. I mean, who didn't see that coming? Oh, it's a little SUV, of course.
Watch the right side. Hands up! Crawl out of that car! Hands up! I didn't have a good setup on pit. Crawl out!
What, you were going to try to pit him at 100 miles an hour? Really?
Crawl out! Hands up! Do you have any weapons with you? Sir, get in that car.
50 roll over.
We're 10-4.
Is he alive?
My camera's turned off somehow.
50 roll over. Give it to me now.
Is anyone in the car with you or just yourself?
Yeah, they're on 85 today.
Sir, you are parked upside down.
The road over here. You can hear me.
There
There you go. Come on. Right there. Hands up. Both hands. Crawl. All right. Is it just you in the car? Put both
Yeah, they're lucky to be breathing.
Leave your hands right there, all right?
Don't move it out.
Yeah, he's in the car.
Okay, fine. 10-23.
Looks like he may be stuck. My arms and legs are broken, sir.
Ginger cake, landing 10-8-3.
Feel like there's glass everywhere there. Oh, and of course they cuff him. You can't park there.
The Peachtree City Elementary with being pressure attack.
Oh, this is America. I can tell by the trees this is down in swamp country.
Okay.
It was a 17-year-old. It's Fayette County. Southwest of Atlanta, shortly before 2:45 p.m. on January 21st. He was running from them, so of course. A mountain lion apparently got loose in the Bay Area.
With that breaking news in San Francisco, this is where Pacific
He is still alive, yeah.
is locked down this morning after a young mountain lion is spotted in that area. Now, Fish and Wildlife has moved in within the last hour. NBC Bay Area's Bob Riddell joining us live from the scene. And Bob, give us an update of that situation.
Well, Marcus and Laura, you're looking at the green space between two apartment buildings here in Pack Heights, Octavia and California, and the mountain lion is sedated beyond those trees. As you zoom in, unfortunately, we can't spot it. We haven't actually had eyes on it yet this morning, but Fish and Wildlife, San Francisco Zoo, the police department, they've been out here, and it was around 10:35, so just over about a half hour ago, that we heard the pop of the tranquilizer gun, and that the fire department did come out and confirm to us that they did, in fact, tranquilize or get the mountain lion tranquilizer.
Oh, they ain't got the good stuff. Hold on, let me get you the good stuff.
Like some
A mountain lion being loose is probably the default.
Pacific Heights, a mountain lion wandering through the San Francisco neighborhood is finally located.
It's very
Who's
cute.
on the scene now, trying to safely subdue it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Kristen Z.
And I'm Amanda Del Castillo. Now, the big cat was first seen on Sunday night in Pacific Heights and then spotted again yesterday. The sightings were near Lafayette Park on Octavia and Pacific. This morning, the mountain lion was cornered near an apartment building on California between Octavia and Laguna. ABC 7 News reporter Gloria Rodriguez was one of the first on the scene this morning. And Gloria, is it still there?
Good morning.
Let's see the kitty.
I am still here. We're in a very tight space. That's why I'm not on camera right now. We actually got a good vantage point across the street, but there's quite a bit of media.
She's in too tight of a space to show us the kitty.
Use up too much space here, but we did hear a tranquilizer shot, and then officials went behind the fence that you're seeing right there, the black fence with a cage. And right now we are waiting for them to bring the mountain lion out, and then they will transport it to safety. So the mountain lion had been spotted multiple times in the Pacific Heights neighborhood, and I talked to a woman who got this footage of the big cat. It was even seen walking on the streets of San Francisco and near Lafayette Park, and the San Francisco Department of Emergency Management issued a notice.
Look at that face.
Lion roaming the streets, and this morning they issued an update that they found
YouTube people, podcast people,
courtyard area between
light one up, tip one back. It's all right to have a little fun for you. The SAG, I'm JustinFREAKIN. We'll see you tomorrow night on the Troll Patrol live.
Shut down California.
Twitch people, stick with me. We're going to watch a police chase.
The surrounding sidewalks area, and we were the first media out here on the scene, so it's been very busy.